I didn't change this. Okay, hello.
Get your shit together.
Hello.
What is happening?
Just don't. Hello and good evening, everybody, and welcome to another episode of The Role Players. We are a group of friends and actors here playing the world's greatest role-playing game of all time, the Dungeons and Dragons. And I'm your Dungeon Master, Judd. Hello. And these are my players.
What up?
Howdy, puppet. What's going on?
Hello. Hello.
It's something or other.
And we're here.
Is it
What day is it today?
Motherfucking D-Day?
Is it my heroin day?
Are you sure?
I think you're wrong, guys. It
No,
doesn't seem right.
I'm not sure what
not
happened. Motherfucking D-Day! Yes, we are. Well, you know, everybody, we're so excited that you're joining us again for our little homebrew 5e campaign here of the Lost Continent. Before we dive in, we do have a couple very quick announcements. Azar, go ahead.
I'm panicking. No, I'm just kidding. Yes, one of our announcements is something we're so excited about, which is that we are sponsored by Skull Splitter Dice. And when I mean sponsored, I mean that we each have some amaze balls, Skull Splitter trays,
Look at these. And
my
some cool ass dice. Look at this. Look at this.
So pretty.
UFB, everybody, uneffing believable. They're so, first of all, I had a crappy tray before. Now this one is hexagonal, and it's so much better for catching my dice. They don't fall over the edge. They're in various colors. They're very soft. They snap together nicely and then unsnap for storage ease. And then on top of that, we have each gotten to pick from the vast array of incredible dice that is available at skullsplitter.com. I personally went for the copper-esque heavy metal dice, and I couldn't be more thrilled.
Ooh.
Genevieve has some very sparkly periwinkle elixir
They're
type
like
dice.
unicorn dice, like cotton candy.
Oh yeah, you
situation.
can't. I mean, the screen
nice.
doesn't do
Oh.
it justice. Like, check out our Discord; we'll show you pictures. But
Agreed.
many thanks to Skull Splitter because we're all super stoked. They have taken my dice game up to where, honestly, I wanted it to be my whole life, and I'm a person because of it.
Before I knew what D&D was.
Yeah, and so if
Pour it
you
on.
too would like to up your Skull Splitter game and benefit from the wonderful array of D&D nerddom available there, you can use our discount code, which is TRPSS15, and save a bit of money when you go and do your purchases, and then end up with incredible merch like this. So there you go.
Nice.
Love it. And actually,
I bought her that crappy dice roller, the last one. Thank you.
hey, mine
Thank you.
fell apart too. So
Hey,
if Peter
just-
tries to give you a dice roller, say no, unless it's Skull
Just say
Splitter.
no. Just say
Hey.
like, no good. I'm good. Thanks.
We just start our shows by
Nobody
just
wants your
throwing people
shit,
right
Peter.
under the bus.
Oh man, that's so terrible. I feel terrible.
Oh,
I'm good with it.
Shame.
You never forget your first. You never
But-
forget your first, but you might
but-
upgrade.
Now, all of you out there, for a couple weeks now, we've talked about our little race to 1,000 followers here on Twitch, and that we were going to trigger a big giveaway. We're 10 people away from hitting that 10. So, and in that giveaway is all kinds of cool stuff, including a lot of Skull Splitter stuff, including just the coolest dice cup of a skull with horns and dice tray and role players merch. There we go. 9 away. So tell your friends, tell everybody, come in here, come to the role players, because I want to see that trigger tonight. There are 2 winners and then a third. We're doing a third winner, so with 3 total winners. The main winner also wins $100 cash. I mean, come on. So we're super excited.
If you win the cash, you can use it to buy your Skull Splitter dice.
Well, you get Skull Splitter dice in it, so you can buy more
so-
Skull Splitter dice. You can do
Or
whatever.
I don't know.
You can just go crazy.
Okay, you're right.
So
there
make
are other
sure
things you can do.
you know, text your friends, tell everybody, come on over, follow us, and let's have that triggered tonight. 9 more people. Okay, I think that's it. All right. So before we get in, everybody, grab your ale, grab your drinks, grab your rations, get comfy for tonight's episode of the Role Players.
gives you a sensation to explore. Mystical creatures roam this world. Stay close to each other. Teamwork is your mother. Be safe and find your way.
Yeah. We're just talking about how awesome these dice really are, and we
We're
actually
just gonna talk about how great we are.
we really love Skull Splitter. So, a big thank you to Skull Splitter for sponsoring us. All right, everyone. So, bringing it in, let me kick on my music for the recap. All right, everyone. So the party,
Wonderful.
now traveling with Caliban, a mysterious stranger they saved from a goblin trap, spend the night in the town of Mosul at Tanston's salon. The next morning, Tanston shows you around the market. You stopped at Onk's and got some delicious morning pies, which I still want. She's a
Same.
gift with a talent for baking, and you were all enamored of her cooking. You then visited an apothecary where, Kian, you bought some very specific ingredients. Rika, you bought something that might help with your fire abilities. And I believe, Seville, you also bought some potions there. Some healing potions. But when you emerged, Chanson was hopping up and down with excitement. He couldn't believe that he'd forgotten to pull you directly over to the Curious Mind, to Tokarin Boldbrand's spectacle of a store. After you paid the fee and you went inside and you saw this adorable, he's got this moving dragon, he's done a great job having these little kind of effects of the earliest Disneyland attempt here. He actually did have some impressive magical items for sale at the back of the shop, and most of them were outside of your budget, but he did have a surly rope of climbing for sale. While Seville discussed buying it, Rika attempted to charm the shop owner but failed. As he screamed for the guards, Tanston and Hortzak raced in to quell Tokarin. While Rika was able to leave with the rope, it's clear that some of her party members, especially Kian and Seville, were not happy about that. In fact, at the next shop, the Wayward Waffle, the map store, Kian, you ordered Rika to stay outside as you all went inside and marveled at Zimmel's maps of Anacroli. For all of you, it was the first time you've seen a true representation of Anacroli since the departing. And in that brief glimpse before he realized you couldn't afford it and rolled it up as you all hungrily tried to suck in as much information as possible. He also let it slip that there were some dark-robed individuals who bought maps, all of his maps, to the swamp area. And sharing knowing looks amongst yourself, you exited the store. Finally, Tanston led you through the city, pointing out the different towers, the amazing ancient constructions of the Gith who built this town, and leading you back to the crystalline-shaped building known as Murhanek. There, the small council and his friend, the leader, Bilner Tinkerrock, was awaiting you. You're led into his inner chamber, and Bilner stands to greet you, and while still small in physical stature, he makes up for it in presence. You all stand before him as he sizes the merit of each of you. And Winky will be happy about this. As he stands before you, he says, "Well, it seems we might have some mutual information on the Umrok. Please, come in." And that's where we find you today. As the doors to his large chamber close behind you, he turns and he walks back to if you remember, those floor-to-ceiling windows that have a slight, kind of just like slight imperfections in it, and you realize must be some form of crystal, not glass, that make up this viewing area, which just leads to the spectacular views looking north in the snow-peaked mountains and the forests of which you just came out of. He pours himself some blue-looking liquid and takes a sip, and then turns around once again eyeing you all as you kind of. There are seats if you want to sit down, or you can continue to stand. Your choice. But he gives you a shrewd look and says, "You first."
You want to know about the Necromancers?
Well,
What did you call them?
The Imruk is what they have come to be known as, what they call themselves.
Right. Well, I prefer not to glorify them by a name. They
It's
don't
always good to
deserve
know
it.
the name of something. It's better to get information about it.
Well, sure. Yes. So you want to know some
Yes.
information for some information?
Well, my friend here, Tanston, though admittedly has not known you long, vouches for you. I'm interested to hear what it is you do know, and then perhaps I will share as well, depending on your information.
Well, and again, you don't know us and we don't know you, so there needs to be some caution just in case any of our information is too delicate to escape this room here. For you know, the Necromancers are afoot. They are about the land, decimating places of interest, corrupting places of interest, and otherwise trying to undermine the Erasun kingdom with some of their necromantic magics.
The kingdom. I'm familiar with
Yes.
the kingdom, with King Rudolphus, if I remember correctly.
No. Dolian.
It gives you a little smirk. Continue.
I see. They are... I'm sorry, Keon, please.
I was just gonna say, we just discovered they've been here, in Mosul. Were you aware of that?
About a month ago. Yes. It's what alerted us to their presence and to their designs, I think.
Yes.
What do you think are their designs?
Well, let's just say I'm not going to tell anyone just out of the forest.
Good. I like you already. They do have an establishment in the swamps. Do you know about that?
I will risk this much. They came to us looking for information. We are, I hate to say a mercenary outpost, but we are making our way the way that we can. And when they approached us, and before we knew what they were looking to do, they were looking for information on celestial locations within the swamp and were willing to pay. And they hired a guide. They sent them on their way, but it bothered me. And I will leave it at that. But no.
Excuse me 1 second here. I don't want to be rude. Caliban, can I have a word with you for a moment?
You may. And he rolls up to him.
Look, there's things you're hearing that you probably don't understand. We're in the middle of a crisis, and I don't know if this crisis has reached the deep yet, so what you're hearing is not going to make any sense to you. But you're about to be embroiled in something massive that could risk your life. I just want to give you the option now that the more you hear, the more you're going to have to wear it. And we've recently lost one of our fellow travelers in a similar fashion and Rika, the woman there with the red skin, she could attest to this. Joining us is dangerous. Even hearing about this is dangerous. I want to give you the option right now to step outside or stay and become involved in something that's quite massive. I'd like to give you the option.
Caliban considers for a second. debating on what should be explained and what should be just left unsaid. He looks at Seville and says, look, I'm in a foreign place. I have nothing really to my name. I need something to work with. I assume there's at least pay for assistance. You sound like you need help. And I am willing to provide a degree of help. And I could say I have something to give to this. But on my end, I have nothing to lose. Whatever I had in the deep is gone. Say that. So I need to be on the surface. And if the surface is dangerous, well, everywhere is dangerous. So nothing really changed now, did it? At least for me.
Well, then we do have a common interest here because we are party members short. But as I said, the exchange might be asking too much of you. Of course, we can provide you with the comforts and the travel and such, money, food, etc. But I don't want to speak for the group, and it seems like we need to start again as we had a little rough go, you coming out. And I can't imagine being on a place where you're having a hard time seeing, being disoriented. So let me get back to this discussion, but and perhaps we can have a discussion again. Tap me or call my name if you need me, and I'll return to the group.
But as you do that, you look over and you see.
Do I overhear that, DM?
Did you?
Do I hear that discussion?
Did you move away?
I moved away to have a private conversation. I didn't know how comfortable Caliban was in earshot of everyone else.
This is kind of whispered, but as they come back,
actor whisper.
Yeah, stage whisper.
Oh yeah, stage whisper.
But I have high perception, right? So
you do. I mean, but I think they would know.
I specifically
that you do. Yeah.
Did not want Erised to hit. No, I'm kidding.
You need a 19 for passive perception to hear that. You don't. You have an 18. No, but as you come back, you see that Bilner is looking Caliban at you for a second, and then his face breaks into a smile. A deep dweller. Well, I'm very, very excited to meet you. You must meet Azkira. Maybe, I think she's gone at the moment. I have met your kind before, though very rarely come to the surface. Linu, am I saying it correctly?
You are correct. Can you tell me something about Azkira? This is not a name I know.
Oh. She's been here for many years. Works for the council. She's off, I believe, at the moment on an exploration mission in the west. She is the first of your kind that I have met, but has quickly worked her way into our inner circle and is invaluable to our services. I will make sure that the gods know if she returns to bring her. I'm sure she would love to see another one.
Well, please tell her I have poor news of home. So I assume she would want to hear it as soon as she can. But do not interrupt her for this necessary moment. I assume her work's very important, and I'll be around.
Well, sad tidings, but yes, I will make sure she knows. Back to the yes. Sorry,
Caliban.
Yes.
What happened?
We'll save this discussion for another time. I think Seville has waited long enough to hear his information.
I must agree as well. My time is short, and I need to determine if you are a help, a hindrance, or just another adventuring party passing through our city. So, you seem to have some knowledge of these necromancers.
We have a lot of knowledge about the necromancers. We collectively are the necromancers' worst nightmare, and we plan to continue doing that. They're after sites. They're desecrating it. They have something to do with the god Fornuge, and I turn and look at Keon. He could tell you more than I do. I'm not going for the gods, but
Yes, and he turns as you say that, and he walks very quickly to his desk, putting down his glass, going around the corner, and pulling it, open a drawer, pulling out a scroll. You see him dip his feather quill and quickly writing, please, continue. That makes sense.
Well, they're trying to, it would seem, to resummon or recall Fornuge to this land. And unfortunately, they've had some success. Most recently, we encountered an avatar of Fornuge. Claimed one of our party members. In the swamps, that it was. But we dealt with it.
yes, we did. I look around at everyone. Yes, we did.
This is fell tidings indeed, but it makes sense. It was the one piece of the puzzle that we have not yet been able to deduce.
Can I ask a blunt question? Because this is really difficult for me right now. We've given information out before, and I'm a hard one to gain trust on a moment here. Please, what is your goal here with these necromancers? Because they've infiltrated cities like Asley, like Carthan.
I know.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
King Dolian has told me, and a lot of people claim they're from the kingdom, and I had to check. So apologies for the juvenile test. And yes, I was just about to offer information. You clearly have more in some areas than I do. Perhaps more than all of my compatriots. You see, when I got word, I reached out to my friend in the Dwarven Kingdom up in Thamarin. And it was she who I think saw more clear than I what sort of a threat this was, and that this is probably tied, we think, to the departing originally.
It is.
As I said, you seem to know more than perhaps we. I'll be interested to hear if that's proof or speculation. For us, it's speculation, but I don't know if you've been to the kingdom in Thamrun, but Golda Craghorn rules that domain, and she is a good person. Through her, we reached out to King Dolian and to the Istarim, to the Tri-Council up there, for the elves to help as well. We have formed an alliance. Of course, we're the smallest piece, but we might be the closest, it seems, to what's happening. What we do know is that they are searching throughout the land for celestial temples, locations, artifacts.
Yes.
That last point is, I think, extremely important. There's a thirst and a hunger for which they went through my city looking for celestial items. And that's
They
what
find
tipped...
any?
Yes, but nothing more than junk, to be quite honest. Nothing of a magical or powerful nature.
They are looking for celestial connections, yes. They're looking at sites. We've already infiltrated one of their structures, liberated it, and stole some vital intel, maps, something that was not intended. We carry a great advantage with us, something that they need, that we possess. We are highly sought after. I'm surprised we have walked freely in this city so far. We have targets on our back for what we possess, and we need allies. We need help and allies.
Well, allies you have.
So I come to you at a disadvantage because I'm...
Not at all, my boy.
We
Listen,
are desperate for help.
You have come to the right place, and Tanston, His instincts serve him well. However, Tanston, if you would remove yourself from this point on, and please speak none of this, I will send your friends back to you when I'm finished.
Do I trust any of this, DM?
Roll an insight. As he starts to morph behind you. No, kidding.
That's a 16.
You got initially very reserved, being very careful. But the couple things that you said, you saw his eyes light up, and indeed you saw him race around and start taking down notes. And there is an eagerness and a deep worry that you can see on his face. You do trust him.
One more thing. The Necromancers have a way of prying out information. So the more you know, the more we know. It becomes dangerous for you, your family.
Well, I think my lot is cast. I think they know at this point. They know.
Right.
If you're from the kingdom, they know that King Dolian is in on it. There was an attempt on his life. He and the queen were both injured, but okay. He tells me that he has sent his edge guard. They apparently, unbeknownst to the king, the Imruk were in Carthan and in Asli, as you say, infiltrated. But they have been removed from the kingdom to the best of his ability. And the Edgeguard are seeking them. I will not tell you anything I think you do not need to know, and I don't think you should tell me what items that you carry. It is good to know that they are after something they do not have. I will tell you this, the Firelands to the east seem to play some sort of part, but we do not yet know what that is.
Yes, we have... Yeah, there's much that even this party has not seen yet, and we are overdue for a sit down with each other as Eriseth and I, and that is her, the moon elf there. Did we introduce ourselves properly to you?
No. Tanston gave me a bit of an overview, but Tanston and I, quite frankly, partake of a lot of our blue mist to calm our nerves, and I think he doesn't always pay attention to details.
Don't give me that stuff again. It just does not work with my mind. Well, I'll start off. My name is Seville Ranta. I'm from the Erisund Kingdom. I'm from Carthan, and I am an Edgeguard.
You see his whole kind of aspect lightens with some hope. So, sees the king is as good as his word and has you out already. Although he did not tell me he had people down here already.
Well, I've been kind of a wild card. I have even been hunted by the Edgeguard. We've straightened everything out, but yes, I've been fortunate enough to meet some fine folk, some not so fortunate, but I have these people here who have seen battle, who have braved and won to liberate folk from the Necromancers, and I think they deserve everyone's respect at this point. Caliban, you're hearing this for the first time, so let us introduce ourselves properly to you. As I said, Seville Ranta, Edgeguard, and here are the ones I travel with.
I'll step forward. I'll turn to Caliban as I step towards Bilna and say, "My name's Kian Hanalor." And then I'll turn to Bilna. "I'm the Lightbringer and High Paladin of the Church of Kaya, member of the Council of Keepers from Carthan." And I'll step back.
You could see recognition and surprise on his face. On the rest of you? I'm just a guide.
every time.
I'm from well, I was from Pelkey, but these necromancers burned down my house, so I've kind of gotten caught up with. They're good folk though. Ortsak.
I'm Angarika Jagudar, daughter of Hika the Spectacular.
I know that name.
Everyone does.
No, I don't think so, but I've made a study of Jinn for a while. One of my hobbies. Ifriti, if I remember correctly, has not been seen for some time. We assume he's gone back to the plane of fire. Do you know? Is that where he is?
I don't know.
I see. And my dear, you?
I am Erised Favriel from the Moon Elf Kingdom. I come from a different plane. I've been brought here by haunting nightmares of something terrible happening that could, if left unchecked in some time, impact my own people. And against the counsel of all those whom I'm slated to lead and those who I hold dear, I've come here to meet it at its source and stop it.
See. He slowly backs away from you and kind of walks towards the crystalline panels, looking out over the landscape once more. I was beginning to think that you were some sort of team put together by Dolian, since you have the Lightbringer with you. But the disparate elements seem to suggest otherwise. You are perhaps. He turns back to face you. I don't know about your faith, but I hope that the gods still impact us in some way, and I'm hoping now that all of you have been brought together by their powers to help us. This is what I suggest. He goes back to his drawer and he pulls out a small emblem. You see it flash of metal, but he wraps it in his little fist. There's some people I need to talk to before I can coordinate. It's been a long day, too much blue mist. But to coordinate efforts. If you would stay in town for another 12 hours while I reach out to the other kingdoms, to our assets, to our friends. They are all doing their part, but I think they need to know what you're doing. I will not name you, but I will give you this when the time is right. And he flashes again, really quickly, some piece of metal, and covers his hand on it. This will give you passage at the kingdoms and get you straight to their leaders. Although I dare say you don't need it in the Erasun kingdom. So I will check in at Tanston. Are you staying with Tanston or are you staying in a tavern?
Tanston.
Excellent.
Tanston.
Excellent. We will seek you out. Do not leave if you don't mind. I will give you ways to communicate with us, and this will help.
May I ask you something? Can you explain to me, if you were mercenaries before, what has caused you to change?
My dear, that's such a simple answer. I like this city. I like our life. It's not perfect. This city can be a bit lawless, to be quite honest. Something our small council has been working on, but we're working on it. This is a good place, and I didn't know what the Necromancers are up to, but now that I know they were trying to bring back Fornuge when the gods are gone, I am committed and doubling my efforts. That is enough.
And your allies? Do you know what motivates them?
I think the same. The departing has long sat uneasy on all of our heads. And when we found a correlation with these people, we jumped. We've not given up on getting our land back to where it belongs, or returning the gods to smile down upon us. I think that's it enough. I mean, is it enough? Am I wrong?
It's the perfect thing.
I think it's enough.
I couldn't have asked for something better. No.
Speaking of
Caliban?
allies,
Caliban,
sorry.
I'm hearing actually some of this information for the very first time myself. Till this moment, I didn't know some of what Rika has shared, but you've not given much else about you.
I hate to jump in. I'm sorry. I think it best that you take that conversation out. This is extremely time-sensitive information, and I want to pass it to the other kingdoms.
Good.
Stay in town. We'll find you.
Yeah, just one more thing. There are allies in Asley. Rigel Neverbottom. He knows us. And Sval in Vorden.
I don't know
the
those
city
names,
of coins.
but that is good to know that we have others. Although
Perhaps
I think your king would be enough, but it's good to have more.
It is. Thank you very much. And yes, you do know where to find us. We'll take our leave now. We ourselves have some things to take care of and to talk about as well. Thank you.
Thank you. And thank Tanston. I'll thank him personally, but he's a marvel. It's a marvel, that one. Now
Mayor,
go.
You seem to have... Mayor, one more thing. You seem to have a pretty solid head on your shoulders. Why do you think they're doing this? Why do you think... Why would you summon a god of utter annihilation? What purpose does that serve?
My boy, I've been around for a while, but I cannot answer the question of why some always seek to burn the world down. But they always have, and they always will. And it's up to those who stand against it.
Well,
misguided,
thank you for...
perhaps, or just... I don't know, it's a question I've grappled with myself, the nature of evil, of good. But the reason doesn't matter, does it? I mean, it is real, and we must act.
It is. Well, thank you for giving us their name and the information that you have. I, for one, find evil easy to fight when it has a face. So, and I'll turn.
I personally thank you for sending allies. I was willing to take them on myself if I had to. And Seville has been a worthy companion, and those who've just joined us have seemed quite capable as well. But to be honest, I had my doubts whether we could do it alone.
Oh, I don't think any of us can do it alone. I think we realized that very quickly. We're only coming into this in the last month. We seem to have a bit of a jump on us, maybe. I don't know. But together, together we will have an impact on this. So, again, not to be rude, get out, and I will find you.
Good enough.
Guards! And the doors.
All right. Once everybody gets outside, look, anybody need anything, need to go anywhere? I'd certainly like to still stock up a little bit, but we do need to have a face-to-face, all of us together. There is things that Ariset and I know and that we have, maps, information. It's time to bring you all in. Caliban, as I said, this is going fast, a lot of stuff happening here. And as I said, I'll say it again, the more you hear, the more you're with us, or at least you endanger yourself. I meant what I said. You're displaced from where you're from. I'll look after you, and we can perhaps trade some information and see if you'd like, if you want to join us, get to know us. I'm absolutely fascinated with the deep. If you care to tell some tales, but some ale and maybe some gambling as some cards. I know you perked up when we did that last night, but I think we got a little too sauced, and well, you must be exhausted being trapped by those goblins.
Yeah, let's, after your shopping's done, let's find a place to sit and eat, and then we can talk.
That sounds fantastic. I just want to check an enchanter's shop, and that gadget shop. I just find gnomes are, goodness gracious, what a mind on them. I'd love to see their specialities. Tanston. Is Tanston with us?
Yeah, he's staying, kind of at a respectable distance, but looking at you all kind of curiously. Yeah. How'd it go?
Well, we appreciate the connection, that's for sure. We certainly owe you one, so thank you for that. And it went well.
He spoke very highly of you.
Or at least your blue mist.
Yeah, he's the best. And the blue mist is the best, but that's an opinion. But no, he's, Billner, like head of the town, like all important. He is such a cool guy. It really is. No, I just knew that you guys should talk. You all seem very serious, and it's not a lot going on with you all.
Yeah.
So
a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit.
I blame it on rope.
Nope.
Oh boy.
You just hear nope.
We're gonna have to have a talk about that as well.
Yes.
About rope?
Yes.
About rope?
Yeah, about rope.
Yeah.
About the laws of these lands.
Yeah.
One more element.
I think you guys took me a little too seriously when I was like, just don't kill people here. I think I did say don't take people's stuff, but
We'll work on some etiquette here.
Okay.
We definitely don't want to burn bridges, and I think we could handle that in-house, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, that's good. All right, well, I need to get back to my shop. Are you guys coming? You guys can still stay with me, but I need to go back there.
Yeah, I just want to check out a quick enchanter. You said, and then you mentioned this gizmo shop.
Oh yeah. You cannot visit Mosul without leaving with a gnomish tinkered toy or something.
Yeah.
They're so cool. Okay.
Caliban.
He kind of tells you where everything is in the market district. It's all back there, including the enchantress that he told you about.
Do you have is Caliban, are you wearing a hood or something like that?
Hood, mask. Basically, all you see is eyes.
Right.
Sure.
All right. This is something I just feel terrible. You can't really shield or something like that. So I'll do something that I'll never do, but I'll take off the hat. Be careful with this thing. It's more than meets the eye. This will shield you while at least it's daylight. Maybe this can help you ease into this sunlight.
Caliban puts it on, tries to put it on top of his hood. Awkward, but if it covers, it's like, all right.
Oh, you know what else you can
It's
get?
like I just handed him a baby, and I'm just like,
I know. Yeah, you all see like he's not doing this easily. But it's a nice gesture, and Tansen's like, oh, we have these like hats on sticks. Somebody invented, because sometimes the sun, or it also works when it's raining.
oh great, let's get one of those. Right away.
Yeah, you can
glass.
you can get them at Tinks. So that's where you get all the cool stuff. So definitely check it out.
On me. On me. All right.
Let's go there then.
All right.
Let's go.
You guys have fun. Be safe. No killing. And if you could, no more like taking stuff, because
I'll be good.
I've got a coin, but I don't. It's not endless, and books don't sell that much.
It was an accident.
All right. I mean, I go by my instinct, and I thought these people can hang with me. They're cool, but okay, it's good to know. I'll be at the store.
Got it.
Have fun. See you later. And he turns and he scrambles away.
Tansen, I'll go with you. And I'll walk back with Tansen.
Okay.
Mika, how about you and I take our new friend here to Tinks? If you'd like to come with us.
That's the place with the hats, right?
Yes, that's what Danson said.
It's on sticks.
Okay.
All right.
Could be useful, and then you can meet back up with us at Tinks, I guess, if you want, after you go to the gnomes. Seville?
I'll be quick. Yes. I'll just give here. I'll go to Caliban, just sleight of hand kind of thing, and I'll put 100 gold in his hand.
Why do people keep putting this in my hand?
Well, you just told me you're looking for work and you're without resources, man. You can pay me back, but I mean, I'd buy you a hat.
When people give you money, they usually expect things in return. I thank you,
All right.
but
Well, then here.
It's weird to have someone give you something and they have not stipulated what they want in return just yet. So we'll take it slow. I'll find a way for the hats.
Well, all right. Well, it can't be more than a couple of gold. So, anyways, I'm springing for the hat, and I'll take it. I'll just give him like 3 gold for the hat. And if there's a hood or something like that, so yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. But be careful of the things on the hat. They may be detrimental to your health. So careful there. I'll put the gold back in my pocket, and I'm off to the world of wonder.
Okay.
For the record, Caliban, you're not getting any of my gold, so.
I didn't ask, but thank you for letting me know.
While this is happening, DM, I will, in the comfort of Tansen's vibe palace, I will begin preparing my equipment to make some potions.
Oh, great. Okay. And he like takes you back a slightly meandering path to show you a little bit more of the city, and you can see that he's very well liked. There are a lot of people that kind of call out to him, and he delights in having these kind of brief interactions, and then leads you on your way. And within like 30-40 minutes, you're back at his store. All right. And the rest of you following Seville? Or what are you all doing?
Is Tinks and the Gnomish shop the same?
Tinks is the Gnomish shop. Yeah.
Well, damn, then we're just talking about the same shit. All right. Well,
It's like when you're walking next to someone, you're like, okay, bye, and then you both go the same way, and it's just like so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So awkward.
That's awkward.
Hello there, Seville.
Hi.
Fancy seeing you here.
Still here. Yeah.
Still here.
Your hat hasn't killed me yet, so I think that's a good sign.
Oh, that is a good sign, actually. All right, let's go to Tinks then.
Okay. And you basically retrace the steps. You kind of go through that rougher. Well, first you exit this building and you're in kind of the military sector. You can see that there are a lot of these gnomes with pikes and whatnot, you know, coming on shift, coming off shifts, talking. And you pass through that into the kind of rougher section. You can just see it's like immediately the crowd is a little bit more mercenary in feel. You keep to the kind of close path that you took in there, not really going into that section. You see a really busy tavern there, but you guys walk past. You come back into that section that has this huge stone circle, like almost 100 feet high. You can see there's nothing in this ring that is vertical, this big vertical stone ring. You can see strange glyphs on it that go around the outside edge. But then back into the market, and within a few moments, you, following the directions he gave you, you see this storefront. That's a total mess. You see like ropes and cogs and plates and all this kind of crap, and there are little lean-tos out front that have different items on it, and it just looks like a junkyard. And you see that in the corner there is this really sweaty gnome that, as you kind of beeline for this place, he starts and he starts doing this little like hand crank wheel that he's got, and these metal plates kind of, and you see it kind of opens up and kind of blossoms into a welcome, and then goes flat again, and then he goes to another one, and he starts like turning this wheel really fast in here, and slowly this wood door raises up, and you just catch sight of this kind of extra small gnome who's got all kinds of like little devices strapped to him. He's kind of like, if you remember the Goonies, like Data from the Goonies, and he's got all these like contraptions, and he's really sweaty, and he darts past, and you see into this shop of wonders. You guys going inside?
Oh yeah.
As we walk by, I look at the guy who's working extra hard to make it interesting to draw people in. It's like, that's a lot of effort for a door. You ever thought of just putting a lock or something to keep it up?
I mean, he pays me pretty well, so.
I mean, okay, I'm not gonna judge a man for getting some money, but you might want to consider asking him. This is a lot of effort.
It so is. I can't even tell you. It's so hard. It's so hard. But he's good, so you know. I'm glad you noticed it, though. That's, you know, it's like job satisfaction kind of thing. It's good.
You can't miss it. You can't miss it.
Good. All right, I'm gonna take a break. And he sits back and he's just drenched in sweat, this poor guy. You go inside though, and it's like walking into a clock, right? You hear all this kind of clockwork, like ting 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 ting, and all these like cool sounds, and appearing just suddenly from a rack next to you. Oh, hello, welcome to Tinks. Hi. And this kind of double eyepiece thing falls down in front of us. Sorry. Anyway, sorry. You know what? I'm just gonna. Hi. Welcome to my store. What would you guys like? What can I show you?
Hats on a stick.
Hats on a stick. I've got them. And he races off, and he comes back, and he has an umbrella that does not collapse. It is stretched out skin with a stick, literally a stick in the middle. Now, one of my more simple inventions, although I'm working on a prototype that has a device with little ropes that will collapse this down. It's not working yet. I'm getting there. But look at this. You put it over you, sun won't bother you. When it rains, the rain hits it and runs off the sides and doesn't bother you. You know how we all go out in the rain and we've got our cloaks and our oiled skins and all that? It's still, you get wet, and you know that one that goes down your back and you're like, it's so cold? That's why I made this. And it works, it's amazing.
I raise my hand.
No way.
Real quick. What's rain?
What's rain?
It's like
not from around here. water.
Condensation that falls from the sky.
Rivers. If you took up a lake and you shook it all up and threw it up into the air and it came down in little pieces.
Who's shaking up lakes and throwing them up into the sky?
I guess the gods? I don't know.
Oh, this seems like a lot of effort up here for very strange things.
Maybe
but,
not the gods, though, because it's still raining and the gods are gone. You know, I've never really given enough thought to the weather, how it works. I wonder if I can make weather. And he goes and he shoots out his arm, and this little thing extends, like shoots out mechanically and unrolls a little scroll, and he pulls from behind his ear this little pencil and control weather. And he kind of like pulls his hand up and the scroll rolls up and he tries to pull it back and and he reaches and he kind of collapses it back. Anyway, so this is only 5 silver. 5 silver? Would you like one? I am starting to stain them in different colors.
Is it? I look at the hat on a stick umbrella. Okay. Can we go through the door? Is it a good shape? Is it easy to carry?
Well, that's why I'm kind of trying to make one that, I mean, this go through this door. Other doors, you kind of have to do it like, kind of like put it in sideways and rotate it around. It works. But the obviously, if it could go down, would be better. I'm gonna work on it. Oh, I just thought of something. If I take it and the stick can come out, then you can have it like a shield, and put the stick back on when you're ready. That could work.
You sharpen the bottom of it, it could serve as a weapon. It could have a duplicate function.
Yes. Oh.
Would you be open to making a custom one if somebody wanted one?
Yes. And what if you hid the weapon inside the wood? And then nobody would know you had a weapon. I mean, not that you should hide such things, but what if you're walking and just minding your own business and people jump out and then you pull.
Well, all this is happening.
Yeah.
I pull Caliban aside and I use Druidcraft, and in a little orb, I just put some rain to show him.
Oh.
I say, this is rain. This is it.
And that comes from above. And does it do this all the time?
Sometimes, depends where you are. Sometimes there's more, sometimes there's less.
Okay.
It's not so bad, really. That's how we get food to eat.
It doesn't just
It makes
grow?
the plants grow.
The plants need... Oh, okay. This is a lot. Let me think about this, but thank you.
Well, which one do you want? Do you want a particular color?
I have black. I've got a green one and a green one. That's all I have. It's hard to stain.
Green one. I'll take green one.
That's actually my favorite. And he races off and he's like goes to the back and he comes out. You just see this. You can't see him, but you see the top of this umbrella like zooming through the store. And I tell you what, I'll give it to you for 2 silver because these ideas. It's gonna be hat on a stick 2.0. It's gonna be amazing. So thank you. Just 2 silver. This is just to cover the cost. That's all. And
I pull out one of the gold that Seville gave me and like, is this enough?
Well, too much. I tell you what. Let's see if you're gonna buy other things because I bet you will because I have the most amazing things. Let me come and show you. Please step into my store. Okay, so this.
I go right over to Caliban. I'm like, that is more protection than my hat.
Here's your hat. You have your hat? Yes.
Grab it back.
Yeah, he's like, oh, thank you.
And he spoons it.
Oh no, I know.
Really like that hat.
Okay.
Stick around long enough and you'll get a gist of it.
We're walking this way. Okay, great.
All right. Hey, what's your name, by the way? Are you Tink?
I'm yeah. I mean, people call me Tink. That's not my name. My name is Ness, but people call me Tink because of the name of the store.
Well, how'd the name of the store get there?
I'm a tinkerer. I thought it would be cool. Tinks, the tinkerer, but now they all call me Tinks. Nobody calls me Ness. A few people call me Fuppadaren, but that's my last name because they think it's funny. But people, I mean, we're all kind of jerks about each other's last names, so it's not a big deal. But just call me Tink. I'm getting used to it. So, okay, anybody here have a dragon hound?
What?
What?
Where are you people from? Nobody has a dragon hound?
What is a dragon hound?
We don't have a dragon hound.
I want to know what a dragon hound is.
Oh, well, Seville, actually, everybody except Caliban and Erisset, you would know this is it's like the analog for a dog in an acroly. It is literally of a kind of a dragon line. It is a kind of think of like a drake, like a small domesticated drake is what they are. Okay, but that's
We're on
fine.
the road a lot.
Wait, what?
We're on the road a lot.
It's like a dragon
like
without wings.
Yeah.
Except this is small,
dragon
like
dog.
You
like
can have a
dog.
pet?
Yeah. They are pets in this world. This
Sounds
is
so cute.
that's yes.
Okay.
Yeah, they are. They're awesome. Wait. Oh, do I don't have one within arm's reach. I do
I
have one.
just remember that they're not real. Oh, damn it.
I mean, I've got them
I
in
just got so
here.
excited for no reason.
Oh yeah, no, dragons aren't real. I mean, yes they are. Yes they are. Sorry everybody. So okay, but you don't have to have one. These are great. They're called a tic-tacker, and he pulls out this little looks like just kind of a ball, but if you wind it up like this, and he throws it on the ground. Ding, 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 ding. No, wait for it. And it starts making all this rackety sound and like rolling around the floor and like hitting off of different surfaces. Dragon hounds love it, but you can also use it as distractions. You can use it as noisemakers. They're fun. Those are great. Okay, you guys aren't into that. That's fine. You and Erset, he grabs your arm. Now, I see that bow on your back. Come over here. I see you need to be impressed. It's okay. He takes down a bow from the wall, and it has this mechanism attached. You see what looks like a quiver with the side cut out. Now this is what everybody wants. It's a self-loading bow. All you have to do is pull it back and fire. It loads the arrow into place, and you pull and fire. Let me show you. And hold on, I gotta see if this actually. Oh wait, okay. So it's like okay. So you put it like this, and then you hit this little lever here, boom, and you see there are like little built-in gears that start to pull the bow, like it's drawing it a little bit, and the quiver leans forward. An arrow falls out, lands at the front bit of the little like landing like pad that he's created for it, and as the back goes to slot and knock, it misses as he's pulling it back and it falls on the floor. Oh, that was me. I'm not very. This is not made for my size. Let me do another one. No, hold on. Let me do another one. This time. The next arrow just falls on the floor. You know what?
It's okay. It's okay. No, yeah,
it's still
good.
addictive,
Don't
but
worry.
it's amazing when
We
it works.
believe you.
Okay. And he just puts it back. Okay, next. You all seem like an adventuring party. Do you ever go down in dungeons? Dungeons?
Yeah.
Sometimes. Yes,
Sure, yes.
Do you ever need
Gone.
an ever-burning torch? And he holds up this torch in front of you, and it's got this really gross-looking concoction, like clumped on the end.
Keon?
No, Keon's not there.
Leon's not here.
Sadly.
Oh, right.
I would really like
Crap.
that. Like
But you're right, Genevieve. I mean, Rika, you're right. You're right that Keon might like that. I mean,
But this is
maybe we could
actually,
buy it for him as a gift.
not only does it last forever, it doesn't last forever, but you can light it in the water. You can light it in just torrential rain and wind and storm, and it will still stay lit. You can keep it lit and plunge it into
Rain.
a lake. Or rain, yes, rain, and it won't go out.
But does it eventually go out? Is there a way to put it out and light it back? Or is
Yes,
this
as long as it has the material at the end, it will burn. And when you're done with it, you can stamp it out and put the flame out. As long as you, maybe some dirt and pack it in, and it goes out. Or sometimes, that mostly works. Yeah.
How long will it last?
It's an ever-burning torch that lasts for about an hour.
How much?
8 gold pieces.
I'll buy it. I'll buy it from you.
Great.
I have very many. I have a whole box of them. How many would you like?
Rika,
nobody
else needs one, right?
Rika, can you? I forget. Can you see in the dark?
I can.
Caliban.
Then I guess Caliban. Of course, Caliban can. I would think
easily.
Just better than all of us. I'm guessing. Then Keon.
Yes, one, please. Just one.
Oh, okay. Just one. That's fine. That's fine.
I'm sure there are other things of interest. Please keep them coming.
Very excited to see what
talented.
I have a couple other ones. Okay. Next up. Now, please do not take offense. Are any of you of the thieving arts? Or, and he kind of sees your faces and is like, or do you have to, in the dungeons, do you have to open chests and doors that might be locked and blocking your path? Yeah, of course you do. And he pulls out this, it looks kind of like a long kind of cone shape, but it's all of metal. And at the back, you see all these little gears and things. Now this is a self-picking unlocking mechanism. All you do is insert it to a lock, and these spindly little metal bars will go in to fill the right gap that's needed, and then you turn, and it unlocks every single almost lock out there.
Almost everything.
Well, there are some magical locks that, this doesn't work on magical locks.
All right.
But
may I see it? May I hold it?
Of course, please.
I would like to add my expertise to that. About
how much does it weigh, Judd?
It's actually kind of heavy. It's probably a good 6-7 pounds. Of you see
less than 10 though.
Definitely less than 10. Oh yeah, I see where you're going with that. It's a mage hand may hold it. This is one of my most intricate creations. 100 gold, if you're interested.
Oh, those beat my opening lock tools.
Oh, well, there you go. We'll add that to the tally then. Next, now, as your adventuring.
Wait, 100 gold. 100 gold.
100 gold.
Rika.
70.
No, trust me. 70.
I nudge him in the shoulder, or I elbow him really quickly.
But he watches all this. Oh, I cannot tell you how many hours I spent creating this masterwork of gnomish creation. 70.
Well, let's see how much we actually purchase. So maybe a discount on top of it.
Yes, if you buy more. Did you have any interest in the bow?
Do you have a hand crossbow version of that sucker?
No, but that's a good one too.
Tink, I did have interest, but to be candid with you, it doesn't work. I can't.
And he goes back to it. It does too. Whack, and he pulls it out again, and nope. This time the front, everything looks like it's gonna load perfectly, and then the front just misses. He gets it knocked this time, but the front misses in it. Okay, it needs some work. And he throws it back on the shelf. That's fine, but I have other things.
Does the tinkering tool work? I'd like to know.
I should probably try that.
It does.
Should probably try it before purchasing.
Shit. Yes.
Can I inspect
have you a lock
it?
that I can try it?
Yeah, I can. Yeah. We can try it. Hold on. Let's get everything lined up so I know what's happening. So I know that if you're actually gonna buy it, we can have a test lock. You can unlock it. Now.
All right. So no bow.
No bow, I get it. Now listen, you all seem like adventurers. I see the danger and the prowess on all of your faces. This
She said it's for everybody.
This is how I work. This is my savior armor. Savior armor. Now, and you look over at this mess of an armor. It's like a normal, like kind of like shoddy plate mail, but it has all of these other plates that are pushed off of it about like 4 inches. So you have this additional layer of armor going all the way around every surface. Now this is spectacular. And he takes up a little short sword. If I may demonstrate, though I'll have to recreate it. And he takes it and he hits this plate, and yeah, it's just, come on, this was just so much fun. Now, this is usually best for catching arrows, not blades, but and actually it kind of works. You see that the plate takes the impact and kind of explodes into pieces, and the sword ricochets off. And as you see, and he has like amazement on his face, there's not a mark. There's no
he
mark.
just broke his own thing?
No, that's how it works. These break off. Now let's say you have to do a forward charge, and there's a rain again of arrows coming at you. They hit these plates and they don't get to your armor. So by the time you get there, you're at full strength for the fight.
Can you even move in that?
I mean, I made it for large folk, so but I'm gonna say yes. And it's a mere 800 gold.
Oh.
What do you think? Huh? 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 No?
It's very impressive, but
Okay. All right. All right.
No, I'm impressed.
I have only.
Impressed.
I see. We're more of a utilitarian party. That's fine. I've got one last item. You get separated sometimes, right? It happens on your
all too
adventuring.
often.
Oh,
Yes.
They're great. This is perfect for you. And he pulls out this tube, and it's about like 2 feet long and 2 inches wide, and you can see it's definitely like a tube. It looks like a small like mortar, basically. Now, you get lost. Your friends are hundreds of feet away. Everything is obfuscated by rock and trees and monsters. What do? You pull this out. Tink has saved your life, and you hit it. Right, you hit at the bottom, and out from the top explodes up 100, 200, 300 feet up in the air. A dazzling gold and orange sparkly light you can see from 800 feet, sometimes even 1,000, sometimes even more away, depending on atmospheric conditions. And this is a mere. Now, I used to sell this for a lot more, but you're already buying a few items. I'll let this go for 50 gold. This will save your life and get you located when you need it most. What do you think? How many? I have 7 of them. How many can I set you up with?
How heavy is it?
Not very heavy at all, actually. And he hands it over. It's about 2 pounds. It's pretty light.
Interesting. Do you have any particular eyewear that can? I love the umbrella, but something with the eyes to protect against it. Maybe even some kind of sun shield that we may commission.
Glasses, if you will.
While we're here, yes. Some kind of spectacles or
Sun spectacles.
something like that.
Like, and he takes up his original kind of like, they almost look like binoculars or something that strap onto his head. You mean like this?
Yeah, but less heavy and darker tinted.
Darker tinted. Oh yeah.
you know, something
Yeah.
a mountaineer's version to keep that snow.
You know what I've been
glare
working
off.
on? He walks over and he, you can see like the second half of the shop is definitely like his workshop area, and he brings out this bottle. Now this may not look impressive. It's a bottle. It's just a bottle. But you're looking at it, and it is dark. It's almost like kind of a graphite, or just a dark kind of gray coloring on the glass. I've been putting different things in the glass. I almost told you, I'm not gonna tell you what I put in here, but I can make the glass dark. I was using it because I have some ingredients that wither in the sun, and so I was trying to make something that could hide them, but they can't be completely out of the light, and so I couldn't put them in like a wood container, so I created this. And he holds it up to the light. I could make some lenses out of this. Would that work?
That sounds promising. Yeah,
okay.
I think that would work.
All right,
that'll do.
I can do that. I mean, it's gonna take a lot of work, let me tell you.
Well, we'll be here for another day, I believe.
Another
not
day.
Too long.
Okay. So a rush job. Okay. I could do it for 200 gold.
That's a lot of gold. Is that a lot of gold?
I think it is.
Yeah.
Oh, for a custom creation using my original colored glass that I've created? 200
do you have the first 100 I gave you?
It's a decent amount of
Yeah.
gold. We're not saying it's not worth it.
Okay.
And then you have 100 from Seville. If you accept it, you'll be almost there. I'll give you a few more.
Yeah, I pull out what Ara gave me and I look at Seville. Would that be enough?
Oh, are they for you?
Yes.
And how much is it that you're offering?
I think it's 200 gold.
Oh, you wait for the full 200? Indeed.
I'm not at...
And he takes the gold, so you guys can mark that off. Okay, it's gonna be a long night, but I can do it. I'll have it ready for you tomorrow morning. Do you mind if I take some quick measurements?
Wait, Erisa, so I'm taking 100 gold off of me, right?
Do you want it adjustable?
Okay.
I mean, is it just gonna be for you? Do you want other people to be able to use it?
Does anyone else want to use this? I don't know if it'd help anyone else.
No, the light doesn't bother my eyes.
Not at all. Yeah, why don't you make it custom for this gentleman here?
Yes, if that's not too much trouble.
No, just and he goes and he gets this bit of really finely woven rope, and you can see there are marks on the rope, and he's like, with your permission, I'm gonna put this around your face. I just need to see the width of your head.
Okay, with the hood still on, he comes over.
With the hood still. Oh, yeah, that's fine. And he puts it around, and I'll take a little bit off of the hood. Okay, and you know what? I'll put a clasp on it.
Tink.
Yes.
Is there a way you could make it adjustable so that if he ever removes his hood?
I was just saying. I'll put a clasp on it, and something I've been working on a special thing I've adapted from belts. I think it might work.
Okay.
I think it might work. Okay. Thank you. Now, the other items. Do you want? Let's demonstrate. Let's demonstrate the self-picking.
Yes.
Okay. He runs over into the back and he comes out with some keys and he takes you to the front. And the door is open, but he puts the key in and locks it. And you see, the old kind of style hook drops down into air. But you can see that it's locked. Okay, how will you do if I may have it back, my dear? Hey, yeah.
Wait, I want to try it myself.
Very well, very well.
Good idea.
Put it at the lock and hold the back with one hand and rotate the cylinder with your other hand.
I can't do it with one.
No, it's two, unfortunately.
Rika, have you ever tried to pick a lock before?
I'd rather not answer that question.
Well, I have lots of times. So what I'm asking you is, do you know what you're looking for? To see if this works or not. Do you know how to inspect it properly?
Do I, Judd? Is that something you can answer for me?
Yeah, I'm gonna say no. You are not skilled in lockpicking. It's not something that you've, as a druid out in the wilds, haven't really done before. I mean, you know about it, but it's not something that you've practiced.
I don't know. No.
Come here, let me.
Would you like to try it?
Let's do this together then. Come here. Let me show you something. So I'm going to inspect as. Just hold it, Rika. I'll help you here.
Okay.
Take a hold of it with both hands as he's instructing, and I'm going to watch for the connectivity to this lock he's showing, and I want to listen to see if I'm hearing the drops.
Okay. Whoever's actually going to be rotating the cylinder, roll a d8 for me.
That'll be me, right?
Yeah.
Wait, I gotta find an 8. I can do this. I found it. Ooh, and it's my skull splitter die.
Oh, so pretty.
Skull splitter.
All right, ready, guys? I'm using my.
Splitter.
I'm gonna. My first roll in this thing.
Ooh, nice.
Oh.
Was it
Look
an
what
8?
It is, everyone. It's
Come
a 7.
on.
It's a 7.
All right.
Oh,
That's awesome.
Oh, okay.
great.
So, Rika, it's so cool. As Seville holds the back and you rotate the cylinder, you feel this like clunking. It's delicate though. Again, it's like everything has this kind of clockwork feel to it, and you see first the outer ring of all. It looks like a cone, but it's really made up of all of these tiny little arms. They one by one push out until they hit the edge of the lock, and then you can just see below them the next levels going and pushing in until the parts that don't hit any resistance and move inside the lock. And you keep turning it. And Seville, roll a perception check for me.
17.
You hear, and you're listening very carefully, and you know exactly what to listen for.
To the tumblers.
You're
and-
hearing
yeah.
one tumbler gets tripped, and then another, and then another, and then another. First of all, you marvel at the fact that this is a 4-tumbler door. This is a pretty complex lock, but Rika and Seville at the same time watch as you hear this like click, and the little hook comes inside the door, and Tink is like, well, see, there you are, it works, just like I said. I mean, the invention, so there's always a little but just as I said, 100 gold.
Well, that's the key there. It's it's impressive, especially someone who doesn't have skill in it, so at least it does it for you. It might be nice to have someone else besides me with the ability to do it. At least it backs us up somewhat. 100 gold, though, for something that may or may not work.
You said yourself that there's sometimes problems with inventions.
Yeah, you just kind of open that door up.
If you know what I mean.
Hey-oh.
Honestly, we used to have a
Okay.
but we don't have one now. I think we should take what we can get. Rika.
You're doing the custom. I appreciate that. You're taking the hat on the stick. I have to come up with a better name for that. Okay, I'll give it to you for 80 gold.
Should I do it?
I mean, to be able to bypass locks without, the learning that I had to go through, it's kind of worth it. So.
My lock, and I hesitated to test it because I have a very substantial lock.
Yeah, that's a
point.
That's a lock. That's a good test on it. So if I'm not able to do it, it's nice to do it. So
I made that.
Yeah,
lock.
go for it.
All right. I'll pay for it.
Yes,
It's my
okay.
idea after all.
Well, this has been a wonderful day. I cannot wait to present your. I have to come up with a name for the thing I'm making for you. Your.
Do you know tungsten?
Light blockers. Of course, I know tungsten. Yes.
All right. Do you think when you're done, you can deliver it to Tungsten's?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I can. Yeah, he's just around the corner. Yeah, I'm gonna get to work on it right away. Probably be morning, but if it's earlier, I'll bring it by.
And of course, you know Bildner, correct?
I mean, yeah. Why?
Oh, good. No, I just wanted to mention we're friends of Bildner, especially, and Tansen, of course, is a friend of ours. So. So we just wanted to say
I'll give you another 10 gold
price
back on the lockpick because Bill would want that. Okay, off you go. That's all I have really that's available at the moment.
Great. Yes, great.
Caliban picks up the big hat on a stick and that way, right? You just angle it.
Yeah.
I don't want to knock. Is there anything in the way? I don't want to knock anything over.
Yeah, we'll kind of guide him out.
Yeah, because it's not a small umbrella. It's actually kind of large.
It's like a beach umbrella.
By the way, it's like the size of the umbrella that I have, so it actually works for my size. It's like, it's like, what is it? It's like 4 or 5 feet across. It's ridiculous. Yeah, it's pretty big. So yeah, you get out of the shop banging to all kinds of things and finally go out to the sunlight. But it does help, Caliban. You can, it definitely helps with the kind of indirect light that was coming in from above. You're still getting a lot of like reflected light off of the stone, but it definitely helps.
Better than nothing.
Because you're kind of like the mid part of the day and the sun is strong and it just takes it away from being excruciating. It's painful. Like when you go to the optometrist and you have your eyes dilated and then you go out and it hurts. And it hurts when you step out into the light. It's kind of like that now. It's that level. Whereas before it was torture. But as you step out and the promise of more shopping and the Enchantress and going back to Tanson's, we're going to take a break. But before we take a break, my friends and my followers out there, our followers out there, may I say that you've all done it. You beautiful people out there. You've done it. We are over 1,000 followers, and
we're in the money.
Wait, what do we get? What do we get?
You get an appreciative audience, and
what do they get?
Big giveaway triggered tonight. So, do not go anywhere. We're giving this stuff out tonight. This is the night. I'm so excited. Do not go anywhere. We'll be back in 10 minutes. Let us refresh our drinks.
Thanks, the maker.
Yes. The maker, you're not doomed. All right, everybody.
Well done, folks.
We love. Seriously.
You.
I am.
Thank you.
I'm kind of in shock. I'm so excited. It's been such a long road, and we could not do it with all of you out there. Seriously, this means a lot to us.
Nice.
So seriously, from the bottom of our hearts, thank you. And that's why we wanted to give back, because it's you all that made it possible. So don't give away.
Hats off.
Don't go away. Giveaway
Hats
coming.
Off, but not for very long.
Yes, 10 minutes.
Thanks to Ashley, our producer, KP.
Yes.
Thank you for all your help. And to Skull Splitter Dice, because I think they have really started to spread the word about us too. So thank you.
Yes, a big thank you to
7. So
yeah, exactly.
Wait, important question, because I just caught it in the chat. Is this U.S. only? Is it being shipped to, like, say, New Zealand? I got your back there, New Zealand. Is this just
shout out New Zealand?
Yeah,
New Zealand. Shout out.
Love to New Zealand. Love to Canada. We got a lot of fans up in Canada.
What are the parameters?
No, I think it's. I'm gonna go ahead and say yes. We are international. Ashley's writing me something, and that's a big yes. Yes, international.
Nice.
To any country where giveaways are allowed, which I think there is some part of Canada.
Quebec,
Ontario,
I don't think.
Quebec.
Are you serious? There's a place where giveaways aren't allowed?
There are other countries, so if you know you're one of those countries, we'll still try to get it to you. We'll try.
Smuggle it to you.
Miss words.
Let them come for us.
Quebec because of dumb laws.
Marty, is it Quebec?
Exactly.
Is it Quebec?
Quebecois. Is it the Quebecois?
Quebec.
All right. Even if you are Quebecois, we love you. We love all of you. Thank you for all the love and support. We're giving back tonight.
Thank you.
That is triggered. We're over 1,000. Woo!
We in the money, baby.
Money.
We'll be right back in 10 minutes, y'all. Love you. See you. Hello, I'm looking at the wrong screen though. There we go. Hello and welcome. Welcome back, and thank you for sticking with us. And a big thank you to everybody out there for all the follows and the love. And I wish you all the best of luck on winning our big giveaway. And come hang out with us and continue to watch the stream, because we're going to be doing more giveaways. Skull Splitter is really backing us. They're giving us all kinds of stuff to give away on the regular. So keep following us. So if you don't win tonight, keep trying, because we are making giveaways a part of the show. And of course, we support Extra Life and the Los Angeles Children's Hospital. So we're also helping kids. So if you want to help kids, which you do, your stuff really, your love and support really matters. Okay, so jumping back in, you all just left Tinks and Kian. Sorry, you're still with.
Just vibing.
Just vibing at Tanston's, hanging out at the lair.
Yeah.
What do you all want to do?
Or can I start the creation process of my?
Let's go to you for a moment as you're hanging out with Tanston and getting your stuff ready. Do you want to tell us what you're doing?
Yeah. Well, firstly, I'll ask Tanston, would you mind if I took over some space in your den?
What, are you kidding? No, man. I'm. What are you gonna do?
I'm hoping to replenish some of my potion supplies. Me and the party been through a lot in the last couple of days, and so.
It sounds like you guys are in some heavy stuff. Listen,
it's been heavy.
Do it. No, I tell you, my place is your place. You're a friend of the nipple, so you're a friend of mine. Hey, I don't wanna pry, but because we have this moment and we're alone, you seem extremely serious. Are you okay? You don't have to go into it too. Okay. All right. I don't want to. I'm prying. I'm trying to. I see a story behind that seriousness, and I'm like, man. But it's fine. It's fine. Listen. Do whatever you need. Let me know if you need anything. I got stuff if you need it.
2 days ago, we lost a member of our party. I'd only known him a couple of days, but he was a good sort, and one of the first people I've trusted in a long while. So,
but
all the same,
says it all. I'm really sorry for your loss, man. That's cruel. Really
he would have loved this store. He would have loved these books.
Well, he reaches over and you don't have to partake, but I'm raising a tankard to you, friend. And what was his name? What was his name? Or her name?
His name was Faruka.
Faruka.
He was a sort of a cartographer or charter or map maker from the swamps.
He would have loved Zemel.
Yeah. All the same, to Faruka. And I'll clear off a spot on the bar, remove my gauntlets, begin. I'll firstly crush up the dragon weed which I purchased, which is used to sterilize my hands and all the implements that I'll be using. And I will begin. I think I'll go for. I'll begin some just basic healing potions.
Okay.
Using the Ifuru, and I will start with. I've got approximately 36 helpings of Ifuru, and I will just. I will start making the first healing potion, and I will just continue for as long as I can get into the process of grinding up these different ingredients and preparing them. I don't know how far I'm going to get through it.
Okay, well, you're familiar with, how long it takes you especially for common.
So about 4 hours.
Yeah, exactly. 4 hours and 12 Ifiru, otherwise known as sun drops, for that potion. Yeah. So, okay. All right, so we'll leave you there. We come to the rest of you as you exit Tinks with your new purchases, and as you walk away, you can see Tink is telling the gnome outside to close the shop, and he so quickly is like, doing the sign, and instead of welcome, it kind of folds the other way and then slides down until the whole storefront is just sealed behind these metal plates. And the guy's like, finally. And he just wanders off.
well, Caliban will try and heft the hat on a stick high enough where he doesn't knock any gnome in the face with the bottom half, and just like, I'm going to try my best to not knock over any street side stalls, but this is a start. I can work with this, and thank you guys. We heading back to Tanston's, or you guys got anywhere else to go?
If you don't mind, I really want to just quickly run into this enchanters and see if they can do something for me. You're welcome to come with me or just meet back at Tanson's with Keon. Up to you.
Anyone else going back, or we all want to stay together?
I'll go back. I'd like to rest, I think.
Yeah.
All right.
Me not swinging this into anyone's face is kind of important to me. So yeah, let's head back, Rika.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Darcy, you want to come or are you going back?
I was going to go rest too. Do you need me?
No, none at all, unless you need something. I just needed to see if I can make a modification to my armor.
They can do things like that?
Oh, yeah. To weapons, to armor. I just want to see what's available. I don't really know when we hit that next site if we're going to have a chance to, to explore the stuff like that. We need all the help we can get, so I just needed, I want to see if it's available.
Yes, I almost bought one of the flares for each of us, except I realized it would draw the enemies to us, and that's the last thing we need. But do you think they could do it for somebody like me, even if I'm not, of this realm and not licensed or anything special?
Oh, no, it's not a thing like that. It's more equipment and seeing what's available for purchase. But you have some pretty fantastic armor. That celestial stuff we got out of that room with that snake. So I don't know, or if you want to do something with your bow or something like that. If you just want to check it out, come with me.
I just want anything that can help me be more deadly.
Well, let's see. Just come on. Well, I'm going to be quick, but it might do you good to look around.
I'll look and see if they have anything I can give the others too.
Well, that's my point. If there's
the
anything...
more lethal they are, the more helpful as long as they're loyal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do it.
I'll come
all right.
with. Rika, Caliban, I'm going to keep Seville safe. It's better not to be alone.
Meet you back at Tanston's.
Okay.
Okay. Rika, lead the way, and tell me if I don't want to.
All right.
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
And as we're making our way back to Tanston's, I say, Caliban, I've lost the people I care about as well. I know a bit of what you're going through.
Thank you. It was weird. It was weird to lose him the way I did. Still don't really understand why. But
makes you feel any better? I lost mine, perhaps because of my own fault.
I would never say, well, it's a sad thing to lose people, but I don't know if it's always the right thing to blame yourself, but I don't know your situation, but I hope it wasn't a severe thing. I hope it was a misunderstanding. And I hope it can be repaired. Well, that's the hope, I guess.
Do you know, I talk about evil, about how there's certain people that are just bad, and we don't really know why. I do, I think. I felt it in me before many times, and it's hard to fight off in yourself, but think that it's not impossible. And I think that I'm not, but it's there a little bit in all of us. Do you know?
Yeah. I don't know, because for me, it's never really been about good or evil. I look at people as they are, and some people aren't really blessed to have a lot of things in their life. A family, a community, mentors to really show you the way, and I feel like you get punished, or a lot of people get punished for not having a lot of the gifts that other people have. So it's not that any one person or one thing's really truly evil. I think that's a rare thing. I think that's truly a rare thing.
I hope so.
But look at it like this. You can acknowledge it, right? You know that there's something in you that may not quite fit with the world, but like at least you understand that. At least you can see that.
It makes me lash out, you know. It makes me do things that I don't realize I'm doing in the moment. But I usually come back to myself quite quickly. And I'm sorry for any things I might have said or done. It's hard for me to fight sometimes.
It's okay. I understand. And I'll let it go. Whatever happened in the past, we can let go. I can't say I'll forget, but I'll at least have that in my back pocket to adjust for you. But again, evil, urges, impulses, I don't know about you, but I had a real hard time growing up. Not because like anything truly bad, it just, you ever look at people and you just understand who they are, and people look at you and they don't understand who you are? Does that make sense?
The second one mostly. I don't usually understand people at all.
Well, growing up, I looked at people and I could see who they are. I would look at them and I hear what they say, and I could basically get an idea of what they want, but I can also see the things they can't see about themselves. It was not anything spectacular. It's just like you watch people, you listen to people, and you see how they want to interact with the world, and like you can see the flaws in what they're thinking, but you can see that they're almost there. They're almost there. It's just that light little touch that gets them over the finish line. But that's that light, tiny bit, hardest thing in the world to overcome. It is amazingly hard to like look back past your own flaws. But the people who have it hardest most are usually the older people who are stuck in their ways. And for me, I never really had a good time trying to get people to see my way. I mean, I could talk to the younger people, you know, people who will get it, but I'm rambling. Look, I guess I'm trying to say it's not a lost cause. You understand something about yourself, and I'll say this, that's far more than a lot of people who can't even see it within themselves. Does that help? Was that uplifting? I don't know anymore.
You really don't, do you?
Yeah.
Let's go back to Tanst then.
All right. Again, please don't let me hit anyone
This
with
way.
this.
It's this way. It's this way. Just follow the sound of my voice, all right?
All right.
I do that a lot between all the members of our party that can't see in the dark, and I can't see in the light. I don't know how I got myself into this.
It's sometimes life just throws something at you.
So as you two make your way to Tanston's, Seville and Erisette, you, following the loose directions that that Tanston gave you to find the Enchantress, you see a black storefront. Everything painted dark black with this silver, like half unfurled scroll as a sign out front. That's all there is. There's no name, there's no nothing, but that's what he described to you.
I do a perception check to see if anyone sees us going in.
Go for it.
Our first roll with my skull splitter dice, everybody!
Dare to be 20s.
12, it's a solid 12.
Sometimes.
My magic skull splitter dice are great.
Yeah,
No,
okay.
because I've got high perception enough to offset. I'd say that's like a 15, probably. Like with
I was gonna say 50. It's like a
I know.
50. It's
like-
100. It's 1,000, really.
Basic.
Yeah, it really is. It's
Exactly.
1,000. It's one for each follower.
Oh,
Sandra brought that back.
worked
See what
that
I
one
did?
in.
What'd you actually get? Because I don't have a sheet pulled up tonight.
Yeah, actually, funny enough, I had forgotten to pull up my D&D Beyond sheet. I was so
Oh.
in the moment.
I'm guessing it's
Sorry.
probably around what?
I forgot I'm not really
17?
Erisette.
I mean, it's got to
Okay.
be
16.
17, 18. She's got
I think I have at least a 3. But
Yeah,
For
something like
proficiency,
that.
at least.
well, is this still my favorite terrain or no? I don't know.
No,
in the
no.
city.
Did he?
Yeah.
the city of most
It
of them.
hasn't been your favorite terrain in like weeks.
We're
Concrete
woods
trees.
adjacent. I'm near woods. I came from woods.
No,
recently.
you also had swamp.
Well, I don't know. We're surrounded by swamp.
Yeah.
Your character pictures don't count, Seville, Peter.
Fine, it's a 15, all. It's a 15.
15. Well, you know your stuff.
All right, solid. Thank you, Skull Splitter.
Skull splitter.
Thank you, Skull
die.
Splitter. It is solid. And I gotta say, guys, the metal dice, they feel so solid.
The metal. I mean,
All
you got to I feel like you got to be a bit
Got
of a
it.
baller to roll those metal dice. Like I've got the resin.
not a
I'm
They
fine
were
with
my
the resin.
first
I
dice
feel
were
like a
metal.
bard.
and I
What do
got
you
the
see?
plastic. Oh, right.
No, you don't see it.
D&D.
Oh yeah.
Does anybody
No.
see
You know,
I'll knock on the door.
it's.
Or what,
I
what
mean,
does she see?
at this point in the day, you know, we're probably like
Dragons
like,
watching us?
It's about like 1-ish, and you're still in the market proper. It's a busy town. Like when you're walking through, you're kind of cutting through crowds. You're seeing all different races of beings here. But I mean, it's been civil. Like everybody is just kind of doing their shopping, going, cutting through each other, going to their stores. You take a moment to kind of, as you near this shop, to look around and see if anybody looks like they're following you. You do see this one person, actually, who kind of turns. Be like, was that just like weird timing? Did I just happen to catch that person as they're turning and starting to walk away? But everybody else looks like they're just doing their thing, and that person just continues to casually walk away. It's just the only thing that like kind of dinged you for a moment.
Okay. All right. Just so you know, there might be somebody following us. I can't say for sure. Might have been me being tense, but shall we?
All right. Where? Just point them out. If they're still there when we come back out, we'll.
Yes, I'll look before we leave.
All right. So we'll knock or whenever there's a door or go in.
Yeah, you just go in. There's a
Yeah.
door.
Okay, go in.
It's very dark inside. It's kind of the first thing that hits you is like, is it painted black inside as well? They're
Cool.
expecting a storefront, but really what you see is like another kind of like small lounge area. There's a small round table with chairs around it that are kind of close to the window. There are 4 candles, kind of various heights, that are burning on the table. The candles are all kind of like a purpley kind of color, and you see behind, kind of in the back, you both have dark vision. You almost have to kind of engage it here, as very little light is filtering through that front window. There is a woman back there. She's got long black raven hair, straight, and she's like copying something on a scroll, and she looks up. Yes?
is she just DM? What race is she?
Roll a perception check.
Natural 20. 27.
Natural 20. You take a moment, Seville, and you kind of, with this kind of slightly abrupt welcome from her, you can see the pointed ears. She's an elf. She's got fair skin that's a sharp contrast to her dark hair. She's wearing all like black leathers. Not what you expected to come in and find an enchantress. She looks more like a rogue. Kind of gives you that kind of thieving vibe. She's got her hair is straight and kind of cut at this angle. She's quite pretty. But man, you can feel the attitude from 20 feet away in the shop, and she's just staring at you.
Little like Saba Utiel right there. There you go.
Yeah, give her a run.
Meo Gavanen. I want to ask about some enchantments.
Yeah. What do you need?
I need to augment this armor if it's possible. Put a glamour on it, perhaps.
Oh. Big time. Well, I can do that. It's not cheap. That's a pretty big enchantment.
Yeah, it is. I'm just looking for a price.
3,000 gold pieces.
Let's see.
I mean, not only can it magically shift to what you want, but it also is stronger armor, so, let me know if you want it.
I get it.
She goes back to copying down her scroll.
All right, let me see my finances. And also, just what does an enchantment on this buckler shield? And I'll put my hand into the glove that attaches to the buckler. What about in a minor enchantment to the buckler? A little, perhaps more protection on this one.
I could probably do that for 1,000.
All right, that's good. That's good. Arisa, do you want to ask her something while I go over my finances to see what's possible here?
Does everything that you do cost this much money?
It's magic.
Do you enchant things?
No.
Well, there you go. Yeah. It takes years of skill and learning. I really don't like to have to explain my prices. Either these are the prices, pay them, or please.
Please forgive me. I'm really unfamiliar and not even beginning to understand the capabilities of enchantment, and therefore just very new. And I didn't mean it offensively. Really, I didn't.
No,
you were the first I've ever met who could do anything. And so I do have a question for you. Do you only do things to armor, or could you provide magic tools of any kind?
It depends.
If one wanted to have one on oneself.
What does one want?
Yeah, a pen that can turn into a weapon and fly towards a target, like a dart or arrow.
You look like you have a lot of those in your quiver already.
But those are obvious. I'm looking for something subtle.
She raises her hand and she just swipes it through the air, and you see this like trailing blue energy that drifts off her fingertips. This like light blue, like cyan kind of colored, and you already have a magic bow on you, and I see several things here that have already been enchanted, as it were. So now I wonder, you have magic items, but you don't seem to know anything about magic items.
They were gifts.
Sure. I don't care where you got them.
No, they were really gifts. Really.
I'm sure. You
Seville,
probably
tell her.
didn't shoot anybody in the back to get them, I'm sure.
Wait, what did you say?
I said you probably didn't shoot anybody in the back to get them. Why, did I hit a nerve? Clearly.
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
You enchant arrows?
I can do that.
Arisa, why don't you get a few, if you're interested, a few of the arrows enchanted? Maybe.
I don't think it's necessary. I'll meet you up at Tanston's and I leave.
Wow. I mean, I kind of enjoy pushing buttons. That one was really easy.
Yeah.
She killed somebody for that bow?
No.
Like I said,
so
it doesn't matter.
Look,
what do you want?
right. No, it doesn't. I'd love to have this glamour armor, but I'm a little short. Let's
How
do
short?
the buckler. Let's see. If I put everything together here, I'm about... close. I'm about a little over 2,000. Let's see, about 2,100. 2,100.
Roll persuasion.
2,100, and I'm good at favors as well. 17.
Favors. What do you and your party do? Because favors are... Now that's a currency that I like to trade in.
Well, we're good. Just depends on the nature of the said favor, but we are more than capable if I were to put it on a scale.
Okay. Are you heading down into the swamps?
We were actually leaving the swamps, but
Good.
go ahead, let me hear you out.
No, I have something, but everybody here is usually heading into the swamps, and I'm not interested in the swamps. Which direction are you heading after leaving Mosul?
It's debatable. Right now, honestly, we don't know.
I tell you what. I'm not going to enchant that. That's a big enchantment. It will take me some time. I could do it. I normally charge around 2,700, to be honest. I would do it for 21 if you could do me a favor, but you have to be going the right way. So if you're heading north, say up to the direction of Thomrin, I have a job that I could use some help on. If you go that way, come back and let me know.
Thomrin, that's the Dwarven Kingdom, yes?
Yes, that's it.
All right. I'll let you know.
Do you want the buckler, though? I can do that in probably a short amount of time.
All right. Buckler for what?
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll charge you 1,000. That's my normal rate for that. If you end up taking this job for me, I'll give you a couple hundred back.
And the armor?
The armor I will enchant for 2,100. If you do that job for me. It's easy.
All right. We'll get some information on it, but the buckler for sure.
Okay.
I'll give you 1,000.
All right. Come back anytime after, I don't know, after sundown. It'll be
After
ready.
sundown. And your name?
Eileen.
Eileen.
Eileen. Eileen. It's not hard.
E, and then I just lean. I got it.
Yeah, cute. Okay. After sundown.
Like I'm kind of falling asleep, like E, and I lean, kind of like your attention.
I'm doing right now as talking
That's
to you.
what I was trying to do. Yes.
Yeah. You're putting me to sleep. Do you want me to enchant this or sleep?
Enchant first, and then take your rest, and I'll see you nightfall.
Yeah. Ta.
Ta-ta. And I'll turn and do. I'll drop 1,000.
Okay. All right. Yeah, and you leave the buckler with her.
Big money.
And I'll leave the buckler.
You've been amassing some funds for a while, so it's good to see you spend them. Okay. Seville, as you leave the shop, Eriset, you've made your way back to Tanson's now. Where are you heading, Seville?
Right back to Tanson's.
Okay. And in a short amount of time, the party reconvenes. Hortzak went back originally with Kian and Tanson. Forgot to mention that. So you're all back there once again in the salon. And I'm gonna Tanson moves over and opens the little port as it's getting to be, now it's like 2:30. It's getting on almost 3, and the tavern next door is starting to open up. You hear some music starting to kind of break out through that area as he opens a little door, and it starts filtering through, and you hear a little bit of crowd jostling through there. What would you guys like to do?
Did I get the hat on a stick inside, or is it still outside?
No,
I get that in.
you get it inside, but it's like one of those really awkward things where you have to kind of angle it in and bring it around, and as you're going through the shop, which is nice and dark, so it doesn't hurt your eyes in here, but you're knocking books over and like having to stop and back up and put them back up on the shelves, and Tansen walks out. He's like, "Oh yeah, okay, maybe like just leave it by the door."
You sure?
Yeah, let's do that. No,
Okay,
nobody's been into it.
Okay, where's the door? It's on the other side of this thing, right? Hold on. And just readjust, knocking more things over, trying to make it work.
Oh yeah, no, it's cool. We'll get it.
Yeah, I got it. I'm sorry. I will get.
No. It's all good. I got it. He rushes over. It's like, there's like, you can tell there's kind of like no order to anything in here, so it's don't worry about it. And he just grabs him and slaps him up on the shelves. Come on. It's been a while. Come have a drink. Come have some smoke. Relax.
And I've just been watching and enjoying this whole thing. Just standing back and like,
Hey, are you guys hungry?
Yeah, sure.
for what?
Right, because I'm hungry. I mean, like some bread, some meats, some roots. What do you guys want?
Roots sound interesting.
Okay.
Meats. Yeah, I'm down.
They have mushrooms.
Oh yeah, they got mushrooms. Yeah, hold on. And he walks. He's like, hey, yeah, can we get 6, 7? Let's do 7. No, let's do. You guys, I'm so hungry. I haven't really. Can we get like 7 rounds of just whatever you're cooking? And who wants stew? They've got forever stew here. Have you guys had forever stew?
No.
Forever stew.
Well, you got. Yeah, okay. Let's get 8 forever stews. Thanks. And he comes in and he like sits back. Forever stew. So they've got this pot of stew. It's always on the fire. Always. Day, night, weeks, years. It's literally been on the fire for like 32 something years. And they just add stuff to it.
Doesn't it burn?
No, it never burns. It always adds it. It's always cooking. It's amazing. They take some out, they add some more. You've
Does it
never
rot?
experienced this taste. What?
Does it rot?
No, because it's always cooking. It's forever stew. It's amazing. You just trust me. Trust me. I'll eat it first. If I don't die, taste it. I've never died yet. I eat it I think every day, pretty much every day. Sometimes I have too much blue mist, and I'm like, I can't make it to the 10 feet to the portal thing, but anyway.
Yeah, let's try.
Caliban,
Right.
you mentioned
Why
something
not?
about rain and not having rain where you came from.
Yeah.
What grew for eating where you were from? Or what did you eat then?
Mushrooms mostly were the staple. And whatever you could catch. I mean, there's a few things out there that live and grow and eat and keep going in the Underdark. I mean, it's
Mushrooms.
yeah, large, giant mushrooms, like every color, every shape. Half the time we cut them down like cups and use them for furniture sometimes before we eat it. Just
That
fun.
big!
Yeah.
Didn't you get sick of them after a while?
Of course not. Mushrooms are amazing.
I mean,
I like them too, but I like to have a varied diet.
different flavors. I mean, some glowed, some talk back. I mean,
Are those ones safe to eat, the glowing ones?
Or the ones that talk back.
not the ones that
Wouldn't
talk
eat those
back.
ones.
That's rude. I mean, they're pretty nice. They'll stab you if they see you eating a mushroom, but it's a complicated relationship.
Did you ever have a mushroom talk to you as you were about to eat it? And what were its final words?
I didn't end up eating it. I did get stabbed. That I mean, I didn't know, but at the same time, he looked like food, and it never meant anything by it. But at the same time, it's a thing with our people. We mostly eat mushrooms, and he kind of his people look like mushrooms, and it's weird. I mean,
Well,
Wait, it was a person that looked, or a living thing that looked like a mushroom but wasn't a mushroom.
Mushrooms are living things. They have feelings just like you and me.
Right. I thought you meant the actual mushroom was talking to you.
Oh no, like, technically, is a mushrooms, and it's a weird kind of guideline we go back and forth. I mean, there's a few border skirmishes, maybe a war here or there. It's there's a lot. There's a lot.
I've heard tales of a number of mythic creatures from in the Underdark. Have you ever run into anything quite so horrifying as the things that we hear about? I don't know. Giant eyeballs.
No, aren't they regular to him?
Yeah, it all depends what's mythic to you.
DM, have I heard of beholders, mind flayers, aboleths?
I haven't.
No, and I mean, again, it's called the Deep here, not the Underdark. But you just know that in your education you've heard of, and in Anacroli, different than Faerun, where the Underdark is pretty commonly known, and the monsters that lurk down there are fairly commonly known. Here, the Deep is very rarely talked about and very rarely explored because it's extremely dangerous. It's kind of just more this general, there's some bad shit down there and dangerous stuff that people don't explore that often.
I'm curious, as you may have picked up on, or it was mentioned, during the departure 25 years ago, the land was split and taken. Did we bring this up?
Like, I think the map maker talked about the departing or departure or what have you, and really, I'm not sure what that is. Can you explain that to me?
Yeah. The 25 years ago, something happened, an event. The land used to be much bigger than it is now, and some kind of storm, or the sky went black, and at least from what I've read and understood, and where once there was land, now there's only sea, as if somehow Anacroli had been moved, transported somewhere else, or perhaps the rest of the land simply vanished and we've stayed still. But where there was land, there is now cliffs leading off to the sea, slowly eroding away. But assuming that this land was transported, seeing it as a smaller mass than what used to be there, I was wondering, what's beneath Anacroli? Is it cut off? How deep can you go?
I mean,
does it come to an edge of nothingness?
I don't know. I mean, for me, 25 years ago, everything was normal in the Deep. Nothing's changed down there. I mean, but I guess it was 60, 70 days ago. Something happened. I was in my hometown, my city, and I still don't know what was going on, but there was a flash, and before I knew it, the city was sundered, broken, like everywhere was in ruin, and everything's falling apart. I don't even know what's happening there anymore. I ran. I just ran as far as I could. But that's 70 days ago, and 70 days ago, like, a lot of our tunnels flooded. Like, everything was just broken and shattered, and like pathways are blocked, and I don't know if it has anything to do with your departing, but something happened like a I guess a few months ago for me. And I still don't know what's going on down there.
God. So sorry.
Caliban stops for a second. Like you can see in his eyes, there's something else. But look, I came this way to get away. And I guess I gotta start over. So I appreciate this help. I appreciate the glasses. Or what is it? He had that glass bottle full of thing. What'd they call that?
There's some kind of lenses he's creating. I think you better give it a name because he sure doesn't know.
Like, if I could survive up here, I would greatly appreciate that. Because I don't know if I can go back to where I came from.
Speaking of survival, and I hear you on that one. Not only are you in a new environment, but as I whispered to you in the company of Bildner, I think if you all are ready, Ariset and I can show you, and Caliban, we can of course give you more of what we're actually up against, and hear a little bit about what your speciality is. If we get in a scrap, magically, if you're good at fighting, something, I think we should tell each other, at least include you on what our speciality is. It'll help us look after each other. But and I'm going to start, Judd, pulling out the maps.
Okay.
Including, that treaty that was signed, and the fake treaty of the kingdom that almost that we lost Carthan with, and just show them the map and the sites, and begin to go over the Necromancers' plans as we know it to be.
And quickly for our viewers, I will throw that up. I think it's still here. Yep. So this was the Necromancers.
May I participate in the conversation while brewing potion?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
I mean, it's like that is second nature to you, Kian.
Oh, map! I just pulled up Twitch.
Yeah.
There we
I was
go.
like, everyone seems to be looking at something, and what am I missing?
Props.
Yeah.
So,
and it's interesting, like looking at this map compared to the map that you just saw at Zimmel's, you realize like some of these things may not be like 100% accurately marked, or on one of the two maps. But it gives you a really rough kind of estimation of Anacroli as it exists right now.
all right. So
Look at that.
let's look at this cross. I stole this up in Makutha. This is where Ariset and I and our previous company had a bit of a war, a battle to liberate this city from the Necromancers and a village named Luknor. And we can chat about that later. But the map here, as you can see the points, you do see the directly south one, the one with the more illuminated star. That is the swamps. That's the site we shut down, expelled the Necromancers, foiled their plans. If you see the star to the far right, out to the east, you heard Bildner talk about the Firelands, the strange oddity that is that region, and it looks like there is a site there. We also know the one to the far west. This man named Abernath had some strange dreams. He helped piece us together. This is early on in a town called Merrig, and this one seems to be in the ocean, or at least just off the coast of Anacroli. There's a site there, and then the one directly north, I don't know exactly where that is. The map is not exactly specific, but at least it gives us some direction, and we're starting to fill in the blanks here, at least the whereabouts of where all this is. So as we know the sites, we have to get to them. We have fought in Caliban. You don't know this. And this is where we lost a companion to a deadly aspect, a wisp of Fernuge, this god of corruption, loss. These necromancers want to bring him back, and they have seemed to have locked the gods and goddesses out of Anacroli, which our friend Keon here too rightly knows, as he is in deep communion with his deity, and I will not speak to him on that communion. He can do that. But this seems to be the plan, is to eliminate the necromancers' goals of doing something with these sites. What are they doing? Something with the Celestials.
I wanted to know, Caliban, did your people harbor anything of value, anything magical, anything holy?
I mean, everyone was pretty practical. There's a few magic items, but none that I ever got to work with. I mean, that's for clan elders and, people of importance. People who like to tell you what to do.
With their valuable crystals in your mines, or anything that would have incentivized somebody to destroy.
You were a museum guard, right?
I was part of the Protector, and the Protectorate watched over this temple. And yeah, but
you don't
never heard of your Fernuge or Necromancers. I mean, not unless they've been here for a couple thousand years. The temple's old, real old.
Yes, but we saw it with the other temple, right? They were attracted to some of the power, and I think they're trying to use the power, turn it for their own good. Maybe they're attacking old temples to try to mine them. No?
Caliban.
Only if one of those sites is in the deep itself, which we don't know. Perhaps it is, but...
Caliban, to put it bluntly, were there some kind of crystals?
We had crystals, and there was a rather large one that I specifically guarded. But I mean, that crystal has been there for ages, and before the Sundering, nothing's ever happened to it. I mean, I was right in front of it as everything happened. There was no one around but me and a few other guards. I don't know if there's anyone that could tear you away from the world or anything like that in the flash, but...
Do you know of a race named the Orun?
Judd, do I?
No, you actually don't know that name.
Well, then doesn't read.
What did the crystal look like that you guarded?
Massive, glowing gem with a lot of seals. A lot of seals.
Seals? What do you mean, seals?
Magical seals.
Magical seals.
What color was it?
All I could think of, guys, I'm sorry.
That's all I could think of too.
What color was it?
I was waiting for that.
Pitch black with elements of swirling purple inside of it.
What did the seals look like? Were they spirals?
No, more like bands and a lot of other things like gripping it down. I don't think your necromancers would want to touch this. This is something deep and dark that my people have guarded for ever. And it's not because of anything good. used to have this old story of this terrible thing called the Dezich that slaughtered and destroyed everything in the deep. And that thing, that ancient terror that we are told in our stories in our beds as children, that thing was supposed to be in that rock. You know what the last thing I saw of that rock was? Broken and shattered in the temple. Whatever was in that rock is... I don't know. But I don't know if this has anything to do with your necromancers or the seal, but I guess for Keon's earlier point, some mythic monsters. I've heard of one, but I didn't see it.
Seville, you know the dreams I was haunted by before I came here, the reason you and I have met. My dreams continued to tell me that something was intent on destroying everything it could. It just sought power above anything else. So these sites, of course, they look like they're a source of the power that they're trying to gather, and maybe they also sought something in your land, Caliban. It's possible. It wouldn't surprise me knowing how these dreams haunted me. Look, we moon elves are told to stay away from the land of men, that they are evil and of very poor character and unreasonable and not worth our entanglement. My father was more kindly in terms of his overall assessment, and he believed there is good still in many men and women. And maybe that's what prejudiced me in part. But what really made me believe I needed to leave and get involved was I knew that they would stop at nothing. They wouldn't just stay in Anacroli. Look, what we're here to do is stop them. And it's a very big task.
Sounds like we need an army.
Well, hopefully it won't come to that, but that's why I was asking. At least we have a contact Bildner. We have Rigel Neverbottom. He's in Asley. What a good fellow that man is. Helped us out tremendously. And then a bridge that I hope is not burned, that I would like to repair at some point is, and I think it is Sval from the city of Coin. And of course, now that Carthen is back in the hands of Dolian and the Edgeguard, I think we're well equipped there. But this is sort of a strike mission that must remain small. And, well, I mean, we did it once. We closed the site down. I don't know if you had seen my exuberance when we pulled you out of the cave there, but we can do this. But it's asking a lot, and it's your life. This is real. We've lost 4 people in this journey so far. Some by their own actions, but certainly another through this battle with this, just an essence of this god of corruption. And, so it's really up to you if you want to come with us. But it's going to be chaotic and it's going to be tough. And we're going to have to rely on each other. And that's the sum of it right there. Rika,
Yes.
I know we found you in circumstances there with Keon and Faruka. But I just wanted to ask you, are you still with us and dedicated to crushing these necromancers?
I haven't anywhere else to go, have I?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking, and I'm being honest. And I would appreciate it if we could get some kind of at least vulnerability or acknowledgement that we can connect with you. I've been trying.
can't go home. I don't know if I even have a home anymore. So here I am.
All right. I'm going to take that as a continued yes. And as far as anything personal, we get this done. And you've got friends to take care of other things you may need in your own lives. And that's a good connection to have. So, Caliban, do you need anything? Weapons, spell components, armor, anything? Or is your abilities as we see them now magical or innate inside you or something?
Caliban puts his hands up and arcs of electricity bounce between them. Is this what you're talking about?
Hell yes, it is.
I can do a few tricks, but
Let's see them.
Caliban reaches into your mind and says, you can't really see what I can do. You get me?
And then in response, I just take a little flame.
Oh, that's fun. But
Add more bit for myself.
It's nice. But most of the things like, well, let me just show you. Caliban casts Mage Hand, but as it forms, it's odd. The hand floats up, and you can see it in a physical form. But in the center of the palm, there's an eye, and I can't see through that. I don't know what's seeing through that. It's kind of just did that one day. So I can do a few things. And he does the same thing to Seville. I can talk in your head, which was a very odd experience. And you can talk back to me. I can hear what you say in response. You don't gotta say it out loud.
I think I can do the same thing.
Cool.
Can I tell what they're doing, or do they both just look like they're farting?
No, yeah, the latter. And or like they're stealing a bite of pizza when you ask me a question. Yeah.
I was just like, why did everybody just stop talking?
Yeah,
we were in the middle of a conversation.
Finally. Someone who gets me.
Yeah, actually, it's kind of comforting. It's the people who I've tried that on are usually trying to bash my brains in.
You have no idea. Every time I do it, people freak out on me. So Ariset's just getting used to it. Is, finally, I'm trying. I think maybe
You can do that too, Seville.
And I go right into her head. Boo! Yes, I can.
What is with all these people being able to talk in people's head? What?
Well, it's part of being a Mendeleedle. It just comes on. I don't know.
It's a bit rude, don't you think?
Magic.
No, I think it's clever. I mean, it's so we can talk with each other without sound. We might have to teach the group, Caliban.
Wait, is this something that you were born with, or something that you've learned?
No, much like the hand with the eyeball on it, it kind of just happened one day.
Do you have a problem with this, Kian?
I do have a problem, though.
Is it? Spit it.
Seville, you described us as a strike force.
Yeah.
Right now, we're probably the best chance that a Necroly has of stopping these necromancers. I have a question, and it's not rhetorical. What would happen if today we were thrown in prison for a year?
The necromancers would easily see their plans through, because no one knows what we know. Not even my commanding officer knows, because I've kept and compartmentalized these maps and the necromancers' plans. So we know more than at least anyone that I've come in contact with. So it wouldn't be a good idea.
Agreed. And enough said on the issue. Let's not do anything silly like that again, Rika, okay?
Don't talk to me like that. Can't always control it, all right?
Oh.
Listen. Nobody is perfect. Jan, I've made mistakes. It's difficult to know in the land of men how to navigate. People make disappointing choices all the time, and you expect us to do everything exactly right every single time. Well, I'm sorry. It's not as easy as you might think, especially when things get very tense. People are making lightning speed decisions.
Like to rob a shopkeeper in a rather quaint...
I told you that wasn't my intention.
Well,
I'm
let's
sorry.
just say, Rika, it's fine.
I'm not trying to hurt anybody.
It's frowned upon. You cannot manipulate another person's mind. In some cities, that's jail.
In some, they'll cut your hands off.
What?
In some, yeah, you're right.
Tucking in the mind is illegal?
No.
Manipulating
someone's mind to possess them, charm them, to use that kind of thing in... there's laws against that, and luckily Mosul is not that strict, and we had a local who bailed us out. Look, there's no pouting about it. It's just
I'm not pouting. I said I was sorry. I understand. I just can't always...
All right, well, I got you. Hopefully we can help you out with that.
We just wait, Seville. I'm sure you'll make a mistake someday too. In fact, I don't mean to bring up something sore, but you were quite unhappy with some of the things that happened when we were in that last chamber. And I know it's not your fault, but you're making judgment calls all the time, and you can't always be responsible for the consequences.
To clarify, what are we speaking about?
That's enough.
Nothing.
That's enough. Now, Savu. The rest of the party, the ones that were lost in the swamp.
Yes.
Were they all from the outside as well?
They were.
And how did you all come to be together?
I was stationed in Faerun for a year to disseminate information about Anacroli. I work as a solo operator. I'm trained in intel and gathering information and manipulating information. So I was stationed in Faerun up the Sword Coast. And I just follow rumors. This was about a year ago.
You were stationed there before the departing?
No, after the departing. I've been through the storm wall. There's a way to go back and forth, and the Edgeguard know it. You just need a navigator.
And this has been known to the Edgeguard the whole time?
It's been known to the king, yes, and queen the whole time, yes. You know how they are with information. It's protecting the kingdom from possibly having invaders, or maybe I'm giving them too much credit, but giving them control over whether to introduce Anacroli back into or back to Faerun. It's shocking.
Makes sense.
No,
shocking, I know.
No, Seville, it doesn't really. Maybe they're colluding. Why would they ever want to be departed from the rest of the entire...
Oh, no. The kingdom didn't do the departing. This is why we're chasing the necromancer. The kingdom did not do that. The king, queen did not do that. Look, the Edgeguard is completely bound to the kingdom, but not the people who run it. Trust me, if the king or queen were deceptive or brutal to the people, the Edgeguard has a duty to guard the edge, yes, and to the kingdom. We wouldn't stand to have a leader who betrayed people. So, no, but look,
they've discovered a way to go back and forth. Why haven't they come out for help? Why haven't they ever reached out for help? They've relied on somebody who happens to be a psychic elf to come a totally different distance from a different realm just to volunteer solo to try to do this? What's wrong with them?
Perhaps they need to keep order. It makes sense to me. If that information was to break loose without any way to control it except for specific people.
Yeah, the departing's sensitive. And to know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Are you eavesdropping? Are you dropping the eaves?
I ain't dropping no eaves, Sir Gandalf, sir. I'm in listening, and first of all, you're really all inspiring me to get back to my writing, and I want to do an epic song, story, or something about all of you. This is really heavy stuff, but you know, as just a little person in this world, I'll tell you, and something that Billner and I talk about all the time, we want to get Anacroli back. I don't know what this Faerun thing that you're talking about is, but we want to get it back to where it came from. We want our home to go back.
Absolutely. That's our goal.
That's what his goal is. And it sounds like you might be working with him now. I mean, you seem to like you guys.
Well, like I said, anybody who wants to help can help. That's our goal. Trust me, we want to return to where Anacroli is from. We just want to protect its whereabouts because it was becoming known. You know this. Araset, you joined the company that this ship captain, that was that whole thing, is trying to keep people away. And then that's the king and queens. That's the law. I don't ask too many questions there. I just do my duty.
One can't always deign to understand some of the decisions of leadership. Heavy is the head that wears the crown.
Too true.
Tanston, you seem to be well liked in this town.
I mean, there's some good people here, you know?
You know, an element of surprise and secrecy is critical for our success. And at the same time, we need allies desperately. I wonder, would you be willing to keep your ear to the ground a bit for us from time to time?
Yeah.
I know that you're a transparent person and you've been, for the most part, you know, welcoming all into your very gracious home, but we could use information, and you seem like somebody who could have long ears.
I mean, they're not bad. Yeah, no, I can help. I can help. I mean, that's why I said something, right? I was like, if you can get it back, if you can, I'm not one with the gods that much, but I felt empty since they've been gone, you know? And I think I mask it with blue mist and bringing strangers into my store and talking to them and smoking with them, but yeah, it might be time to quest again, you know? I'll do it.
The element that's key is to act exactly the same as you have always been.
Luckily, that will not be hard. And people know me, as you say, like, and I'm always looking for stories. I'm always talking. That I just keep doing the same thing I'm doing. I can tell Billner when I hear stuff. Unless you guys have a way to, like, you guys have so much magic. You can do things.
Sybil, I have a question.
Yeah.
Yes, I have a question. Would you be willing to leave part of that homing ring? So that we can always come to Tanston's place as a safe house.
Unfortunately, it just will take me.
I know. But it might allow you to get information if we become... I don't know.
If I leave that object in your backpack here and I bamf out, I will not likely be able to get to you unless I have some magical assistance here in Mosul. I mean, I also will be leaving all of you.
True.
So it's good to have that option close. But we could get, I heard, possibly they're sending some kind of magic, has to be able to link us to things. So I'm not adept at magic, just like you know, dabbling in it as a hobby. But we could do that too. Tonston, speaking about an ear to the ground, do you know the, I don't know what you'd call it. Do you know the thieving guilds? The Alkera, especially.
I mean, so only from my travels, like they don't really exist in the same way down here. It's more kind of.
I saw a mark in that section of town. You said it was really seedy here.
A mark of what?
I saw their mark, the Alkera's mark.
Really? I mean, from what I know, and I don't hang out there too much, but it's different down here. They're more like loosely associated or not associated or killing each other quietly at night, sort of thing. But I know like places up north have more kind of organized sort of thing. But if you saw the mark, somebody's here.
All right, good to know.
Try the
Caliban.
I just want to say,
I'm sorry?
the Fiddled Fig is like the big place in that area.
Wow, Fiddled Fig, Wayward Waffle. I mean, I love it.
In alliteration, we're gnomes. I mean, it happens.
You got it.
Yeah.
Caliban, we're talking about, just to cue you in, these are the 4 of the, let's just say, factions of the underground, the Sumrak, the Falir, the Malumenar, and the Alkera. There's been
Are these like clans or some sort?
There are, let's just say, underground connectivity, thieves guilds, factions, stuff like that. I don't know if you're familiar with, let's just say, groups that are outside the established law.
Where I'm come from, everyone is the law. So, it's a strange kind of understanding.
Yes. Sorry, we're throwing a lot at you, but I just want to clue you, and you can, of course, ask as we go. But there's a lot. There's a lot. So.
Oh, they're colluding. I think they've been colluding with.
Yeah.
Bornush, I think. Right.
They want to get off. Well, no, the Sumrak, the last we knew, absorbed or was trying to absorb the other 3 factions, and they wanted to leave Anacroli for Faerun and establish themselves there, and also perhaps sell information, the fact, or curry people back and forth and open Anacroli up for the right price, let's just say. And,
but don't you remember when we were forced into almost slavery, and then they tricked us? It led straight to that necromancer's haunted house.
Oh, yes. And I tapped my ring.
Exactly.
I know it. Yeah.
So there's some kind of penetration as well.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, you're right. You're right. What was her name?
I remember her well. It'll come to me. She's on my list.
Yeah. No, I do. That was with Tabby and Otto when they got themselves in a bit of a pickle. So the next thing we need to establish is where we're going. I say we go to the closest site, because let's hunt them. Let's hunt these sites down, and that's into the east.
It wasn't Amal, was it?
Or the north. Amal.
It was Amal who betrayed us, wasn't it?
That's the one.
Yes. I wonder what's become of her. Anyway, look.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I was hard on you when you first came to be in our company, Caliban. I had no idea what you were about. And I had no idea if we could afford to have you among us as we're taking this gigantic undertaking on. And I hope I didn't offend you. I'm sorry. I'm a blunt person, and I have very little time for niceties sometimes, especially when I'm in a land that I don't even consider to be my own.
Yeah,
foot rubber.
And treating someone who's also not from the land that way. I'll just say this. Look, I have heavy reservations about you. I don't know what you do. I don't know really who you are. But even from where I've come from, putting your hands on someone while they sleep, that's That's a very strange thing to do to someone.
I'm sorry. Look, I think I've been seeing this entire land as a land of outsiders to my kingdom, secondary in priority to what's most dear to me. And to be honest, I'm beginning to realize that those that are still good in this kingdom deserve to be held dear just as I would hold those who are my own dear, and treat them more the way I would if they were mine. So, to that end, I will make an attempt to remember what you've taught me. But do know, those who are my enemies, I can't pull punches. I'm here to save my own people, and I will do anything I must.
That's fine and dandy, but for the sake of anyone else you'd meet, not everyone's a dagger in the dark, a monster in the lurk. Because if you just treat people like you said, lesser people than your own, that is a very twisted worldview to have. 'Cause that makes everyone your enemy and no one your friend.
I think I understand now, Seville, why the tree crumbled when I killed that woman in the bazaar. You know, at the time, I thought it was the right thing to do because I wanted to keep us safe and secret. I thought it was our only hope of defeating these awful monsters that are here to do great evil. But I think the tree was saying that I need to be more careful in how I carve out good and bad. That there's a lot more nuance to it. I was just scared, I think.
Said, I'm glad to see you processing this. I don't judge you. I wasn't there. I won't judge anybody. But we all have to sit with what we do. We close our eyes at night, but it lingers, so it's our responsibility. That's all. That's all I was saying. But we'll make our way. We'll make our way.
Rika, listen. Whatever you're being hard about yourself on, whatever you're being hard on yourself about, just know, whoever you've hurt, whatever you've done, you're not the only one.
Don't make friends easily. And I can't always help my temper, and I hurt the ones I'm with, no matter where I am at, whether it's my friends or my family. And I've come to realize that maybe I am just a liability. Maybe it's not worth having me, because it will happen again. You understand?
Well, shit, I got thick skin. I've been traveling with Erisette, and I usually get a slap daily, so you can
working on that. I'm working on that. Look, I grew up with older brothers. I'm sorry.
Hey, I got thick skin. You can do it to me. All I want to know, Rika, is just at one point, just travel with it and cut the victim shit. We'll help you. Someone has to, right? All you got to do is be willing. That's all I need to hear.
I'm
but
willing,
careful.
but then people get mad at me.
So what? It's all right. Nothing that can't be fixed, I hope.
Who's been mad at you? Are you talking about Keon?
Bit.
Well, there's been justification for that. I mean, he's serious. He's also looking out for you. You know, you can't. I mean, you say you can't control it. That's a little. You know, we're gonna have to watch that. Maybe you and Rope are meant for each other there, but he's being.
I wouldn't
serious.
go that far.
Well, as
he's
you
being
say that,
serious.
actually, I wanted to interject and say this. As you're kind of revealing this, Rika, rope has started to like very slowly, you almost didn't notice it at first, kind of unwind from your like kind of belt section to kind of go over almost like a bandolier now. It's kind of running around you. But then slowly like pulls in and you realize it's kind of hugging you.
Oh my
And just like, yeah, just holding you tight a little bit.
See? And that's a rope. So,
That's
Really, really cute. All right.
so
All
look,
right there, rope.
let's Keon's looking out for you, but he's serious. If you get chucked in jail or we got all thrown in jail, it's over. I mean, this is some serious stuff. So, cut him some slack. He's just looking out for you, I'm guessing.
DM.
Do my best.
Yes.
DM. How have I nearing the finishing stages of a potion yet?
You're still doing that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Keon,
I'm
how's your love potions going over?
I'm trying to remember
I'm
like rough
grinding
I'm-
up.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, I'm gonna jump ahead a little bit and say like, yeah, the first 4 hours of that potion already. And
So in the final stages of creation, I've ground up, dried, and prepared, and lightly baked this yellow flower, which has an almost I guess like daffodil or daisy, like bright yellow color, and I'm funneling it into this tiny little, very thin vial, and once it's all contained within the vial, I take out another substance, a sort of a viscous liquid, and I drop a single drop into the top of the vial, and as I do so, it begins to hiss and bubble, and then I take a little tiny glass stopper and pop it on top, and then hold it up and just shake it ever so gently, and as I do so, the yellow powder begins to evaporate and sort of turn into this concentrated gas, and I just pay attention to it and try and make sure that the reaction takes place properly.
What you brewing over there, Keon?
Potions.
Obviously, what kind?
Health potions.
You can make them from scratch.
Yes.
Well, haven't you been doing this the whole time?
I didn't have the ingredients, so we've known each other about 4 days, Rika.
That's
Where?
4 days.
Where did you learn? Where did you learn how to do that, Keon?
The Church of Kaya used to be very prominent in the kingdom for its healing powers, its divine energy. But since the departing and the gods being cut off, well, there was no more divine magic, was there? So, you met Malara in Asley. The church operates financially on potion making, medicinal healing, herbal healing, now that there's no more magic. So everyone's schooled in herbalism.
Would you teach me?
Kian ponders for a moment about how difficult of a student Ariset would be.
Too right you are.
Oh my god.
We can give it a go sometime.
Just like a vague answer. Sometime, yeah.
And Eris said, I great. Sounds good. Is there anything I could do to get started right away? Is there anything that I should collect or keep my eye out, or are there resources that I could begin to, there's a bookshop that was here. Maybe should I be? Yes.
She would be good at that. Yeah, actually. And I'll take out a remaining one of the pretty little yellow flowers, the ifiru, the sun drops, and I'll also take out the cuckoo root. Which is much more expensive.
Yeah.
And offer up this. It's a very dark purple almost like a kumara, but like with a very, very like almost iridescent texture to it. And as you find this, you'll save me hundreds of gold.
What? You want me to look for something? You want me to find you more of this?
Well, when we're tramping through the forests, you know.
Yes.
If we can find this.
Yes. That's one of my favorite things to do. Oh, you have no idea. Oh, when I was a child, my father used to put me on scouting hunts, and I would be the one who would go the farthest. I was absolutely in trouble all the time for going too far, but I was always happy because I would never give up until I found it. So, yes, absolutely. If that helps you, I'd be more than happy to.
Hello.
Yes.
You know that I can find plants quite easily. Didn't think to ask me or...
With all due respect, Rika, and I do mean with all due respect, I wasn't really sure if you were going to want to help.
With all due respect, we don't do
If you would like to help, I need these ingredients.
You know what? I'm all right.
That's what I thought.
Well,
Actually, Rika, I'm terrible at remembering things. Maybe you could help remind me, and sometimes you and I could, divide and conquer. We'll keep our
I
eyes
have to
up.
go with her. I'd prefer to go by myself, but...
No, we don't have to go together. It's fine.
Folks, we need to make a decision on what's next. Yeah.
Hortzak stands up. He's like, "Well, look, I don't want to tell you all your business, but we're in a city, and we're not under somebody trying to kill us at the moment. And I'm gonna go to a pub and maybe get in a fight or do something fun. The fiddle old fig. I think it's been a while. I've been here. I'm gonna go find that. If anybody else wants to go, I need some.
Oh, for sure. Let's go.
You think they play cards there?
Oh, yeah, I'm sure they do. Keon, you might want to come before you get yourself in any more trouble.
Yeah, all right.
And I'll put down my ingredients.
Chanston, you coming? No, I think I'm gonna write. I think I'm just gonna take all this in, and I won't put anything if anybody tortures me and but just who you all are. It's just a lot. So I'll be here. Come back whenever you're ready. I'm just gonna write. Get some blue mist on its way. So I bid thee
on its
goodbye.
way. All right, right on.
Yeah, all right. Okay. All right, let's go. And Hortzak just starts heading out.
What time is it, by the way?
At this point, it's getting to we'll say it's about 4 o'clock.
All right.
Hey, Hortzak, before we go, can we get this hat on a stick out the door?
Oh, I can do that.
Thank you.
And he actually had taken his big, giant battle axe off. He feel like he's just kind of itching to do something, but he puts it back on his back in his holder and moves forward and gets it. And he's like, "I got this." And he opens the door, and as the door's starting to slowly close, he's all of a sudden he's like, "Damn it!"
Like a dog with a stick in his mouth.
And then he's like, and now he's holding the door with his head as he's stupid.
Yeah,
and he kind of throws. He throws it out, and he's like, "Hey, I got it. It's good. It's out. I mean, it's on the ground, but it's out."
I go up, I pick it up. It's like, okay, yeah, that's good.
It's already. It's getting darker already, so you should be all right soon.
How's the sun been treating you, Caliban?
Better with this, but it is a very awkward thing to haul around. I don't know how far we got to go or where we're going, but this is gonna be weird taking this around.
Well, hopefully
not exactly inconspicuous.
No, this is not a this is not a thing that you're running around sneaky like.
Erised, keep an eye on whoever you saw. Make sure they're not sticking around, looking at us.
Back when we were at the Enchantresses.
You left before you walked out and headed out. So
Yeah,
I
well, if you
didn't.
must know, I forgot until I was halfway back, so I'm sorry.
No, it's all right. I'm
upset.
just.
What are
it's-
you doing?
yeah,
Is
that was.
somebody bothering you, or was?
Erisette saw someone that, I mean, we're got to be extra careful here, and she thought she saw someone tailing her and I, so just wanted to see if they were out and about. So keep your eyes out,
Yes.
but don't look like you're keeping your eyes out.
Yeah.
Look casual.
Just walk casual.
Erisette, if you're looking around, roll a perception check, or you don't have to if you're
Okay. Are we out in the
done,
street,
Peter,
all of
well
us?
not. Yeah, you're
Are
out.
we all out on the street right now?
What would you say, Kian?
I said, well done to Peter for that reference. I caught it.
Oh yeah.
Keep
lot
your
of-
eye out.
A lot of ghosted Star Wars
Don't
references.
look like you're. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Fly casual.
Walk casual.
Fly casual. It's a. Oh, it was a 9.
Hey, it looks.
It's a 9.
It looks clear. I
I
mean,
never believe you when you say it was a 9. Yeah.
Do I sound like I'm making it up?
Yes, every time.
Every
And that-
time it sounds so hard to say just what it is.
I rolled a 5.
I mean, if you're making it up, at least you're like, you're keeping it diverse. So
I'm not making it up. I'm just really having a hard time accepting the results. I'm having a really hard time.
Wait, I thought we had
accepting-
guaranteed nat 20s on all these Skull Splitter dice.
That's right. They're all 20s.
It's all 20s. I just rolled a 19 just to see. Anyway,
It's not a 20, but whatever.
I know it's true. So it's a little bit thinner than it was kind of in the early morning, kind of middle of the day. There's still a fair amount of people kind of moving around. Look like they've got things. They're kind of wrapping it up. You see some storefronts are starting to close and lock up as the sun is starting to fade. And again, high walls of this city, and it seems to kind of go down below the walls on the inside, so the walls even feel extra high in here. So the light, it doesn't really permeate as much. So it's getting dark, and it's giving you that sense that it's kind of the end of the day. You don't see any sign of that person you saw before. But as you kind of cut through, Hortzak leading the way this time, Great Stride just seems like he needs to go blow off some steam or get some ale or just get some kind of lively environment. Just follow behind if that's what you're all doing. Looks like he's heading back to that section town that you guys passed, the kind of rougher area.
I think we should seriously think about this dwarven kingdom of Cragholm and this woman that Bildner told us about.
Is that where you want to go?
I think it might be helpful, yes, before we determine what site is next. Or could be on the way. I know, Caliban, I know you're a little lost here, but still, weigh in with anything you might come up with or something you could think of that we can't during this until you fully get caught up on what we're dealing with.
I mean, what do you need to decide a direction?
I mean, maybe location. We've heard of Cragholm. He just told us this. So really, I mean, we're just throwing darts here. Cragholm might just be as good a place as anywhere else. I think.
That sounds logical. Sounds good. I mean,
Yeah.
why think about it too hard? If that's the best lead you got, just go with your gut.
Perhaps
That's,
it'll become clear soon when Buna comes back with his report. He said
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna say. We're gonna get called. He's gonna give us his information. I think he's probably gonna help pick a direction. For now, let's just go have a bit of fun.
It's nice. Yeah. Sorry. A little bit on duty all the time.
No,
folks.
no, it's okay. I'll just it's been a lot, It hits me every once in a while. I don't have a home anymore, and I gotta my own path, and I don't know if I should keep going with y'all or stay in the swamp.
Go.
I mean,
You
my
have no
home's
home.
my home. Well, I can make another one. I still got stuff. I got a few tricks up my sleeve. I haven't been adventuring for 2 days. I've been doing it for 150 years, I think. No, it's more than that. 170 years since I was a young croc.
Well, we hate to see you go. You're a good fighter. But,
Well, I'm not saying I'm going. I'm just saying I'm trying to decide what I'm.
but a bounty on your head is no easy.
Stop it.
And we're stopping. All right.
Less
All right, lead on, man.
I've left us. We're here. And in front
Right.
of you, as he's kind of, you had this other conversation walking through the city. It's getting
Fancy
darker.
fiddle fig.
It takes you about 30 minutes to walk over here, and it's like now, Caliban, you're back at that kind of comfort level where it no longer hurts, and it's still bright, for your eyes, it's still bright, but the pain is basically gone. It's just like there's just a realization that you're not in pitch blackness that you're used to.
I still got a big stick, the big umbrella over it.
And Horseye reaches back, and he's like, I think you can leave that outside. I don't.
Yeah, you're gonna have your goggles soon enough. It'll be night. Hey, it was worth it for what you got. So
I'll buy you another one if somebody takes it. Although I doubt
Caliban,
they will.
how good are you at dice here?
Not my game. I'm a card man.
Card man? All right. How
Card
good are you
man.
at cards?
Elf. No, whatever card game that y'all play up here.
All right. Well, I'll stake you. Because I like playing some dice and cards. So
okay.
Let's work this table.
All right. Do you want to go dice first? Or you want to play cards?
Yeah.
I will say.
Newcomer's choice. What do you like? What's your strength? Cards, you said, right?
Cards.
Let's put you in your wheelhouse then. Cards it is.
I'll show you a little something.
I'm willing to learn. Let's do this.
I scooch up to a table and ask to be dealt in.
Okay, we'll back it up. Sorry, I was just getting music. But as you come up, this tavern is an old stone building. It is multiple stories. You can see through the windows that the first floor is quite large, and it's full of people. There are people like leaning against the door, kind of eyeing you guys. You see weapons all over these people. You don't know if they're bouncers or just hanging out at the doorway. Inside, you see just thick, heavy smoke clouding the air. There's all kinds of already, early evening, people are already drunk, and you hear laughter and pushing, and you see hold on, let me get to the stuff. As you see a Gith woman who is she doesn't have any hair, unlike the other one you saw. And she's cutting through tables. She's got a tray. She's handing out ale, taking coin. There's another Gith, younger, looks like a young male who's cleaning up kind of behind her, tables that open up. There's a huge half-orc behind the bar who is, he's got sharpened lower tusks. He just looks fucking menacing. And the whole feel of this bar is the bards are playing in the background, but there's nothing kind of happy. It's definitely keep your guard up as you're walking into this space. And you see that there are, people playing cards and people playing dice at various tables throughout. So go ahead and, Seville, roll a perception check for me.
21.
Ooh. It could also be investigation if you want to make it that, but as you're kind of coming in and looking around the space, you almost miss it, but you see there's another sign of the Alkera on a beam on the far wall, and underneath it is looks like maybe human. He's shorter, hunched over, looks like he could almost be a dwarf. He's just really kind of stocky. Powerfully built, long brown hair, unkempt, shaggy beard, and he's just kind of staring down into his drink. What would you like to do?
For now, I'll keep an eye on him, but I'm going to accompany Caliban to the table.
Okay, great. And I'm sorry, do you say dice or cards?
Cards.
Cards it is.
Okay, you sit down at the cards table and you see a dwarven woman. And she's got this kind of studded leather vest on, no arms, no sleeves on it, but she's huge spikes all over it. More to play. Well, take a seat, lads. It's gonna be fun. And as she starts to deal you out and get ready, unfortunately, we gotta leave it there tonight, guys, because we got a bunch of giveaways, and this is just gonna keep going, and I don't want to stop, but we kind of have to. I was like,
who wants stuff?
Come on, let's, forget the stuff. We got our 1K followers. Forget it. Bye-bye. No, I'm kidding. Let's do it. All right, everybody. So, Ashley is going to tell me how to do this. I don't know. I think she's actually doing it, so I just have to kind of announce it. So, I think she was going to get White Claws, but now she's got to get... That's right. I'm selling you out, girl. Tell us about how to win.
Alcohol is very important.
Tell us how to win. Okay. 1 more minute to enter. So 1 more minute. So I'm sure the link is in the chat, or it's on our Twitch thing, or it's in our socials. You have 1 minute to do all those things to get all those entries if you want to be entered. And then we will announce winners at that point.
So exciting.
So exciting. So exciting. It's a big, important milestone for us, y'all. So we really appreciate all the support and all the subs tonight and all the follows, and we love it.
Absolutely.
We love this game. This is the quiet before the storm, too. This episode and the one before.
This one's
crazy good.
That sounds ominous, Judd.
Yeah.
You know things we
We're
don't
just
know.
never gonna have another battle again, is what it is. This is the rest of
This is General Hospital. This is what we're doing now.
Yeah.
We got tons of character development this time.
Yes.
Yeah.
super fun.
I finally found out what's going on with some of y'all. I've been dying of curiosity all this time.
What's that?
I've been dying of curiosity because, I finally found out what's going on with some of y'all. And I've been dying of curiosity all this
Oh my gosh, I've been there with Ariset for, I don't know, how long has it been?
I don't know.
She hasn't asked me one personal question.
It's weird, right? It's true, isn't it? It's true. But we're always so dang busy.
I think asking for a foot rub is a personal question.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
It's funny. Like he said something about Mendeleev, and I'm like, note to self. Ask him what a Mendeleev is.
Maybe.
Yeah, because
Traveling for however long.
Ariset doesn't know. You're not from these lands.
No, I literally don't.
Wait, you never asked?
No, I've been playing with that old cast, and Ariset's a remnant. No one's ever asked Seville anything about anything. I've got backstory. Obviously, we all have backstory, but I've got stuff that hasn't dropped. I'm just like, I'm just a ghost.
You have so much. It's like also there's part of me that's like, I don't know. We've talked about this before, but I'm like, there's things that I don't know about D&D in general, and I'm like, maybe I should just be quiet and not ask, because I don't know. I don't know if it's
ask
a thing that I'm like supposed to know, or if it's a thing that I missed because I
if that's even
I forget things a lot. I'm bad at taking notes.
I'll just say, you would know, blah blah blah. Yeah, never be afraid to ask questions.
Yeah,
that's a really.
I'll just say
point.
that Rika has a terrible memory, just like Genevieve.
Notes are the fun part.
Yeah, definitely.
So many notes.
I know.
But to be fair, even though it's been a year of play, Seville and Ariset have known each other at this point, 7 days?
No, like 2 weeks or something.
No,
weeks?
Is it
actually,
really?
It's actually getting on. Yeah, it's getting on.
Yeah.
It's been a couple. It's probably just shy of 2 weeks. Probably. I have to go back and figure it out.
2 weeks.
But it's
it's only been a few days for the rest of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, D&D
But you play a whole year of D&D. It's kind of funny, but
yeah.
That's and it's been a little bit of a busy couple of weeks. We've had death scares and necromancers, and we've been sold into slavery, and we've had traitors among our midst who've turned to the very people that we're trying to eradicate. And so, it's not exactly like I have time to ask him about some of the questions that I might be interested in asking.
Like an avatar of the god of annihilation.
Right.
Just usual things, sort of a fortnight.
Yeah. It's no biggie. It's no biggie. With that said, I'm excited to see this party, growing together, which I love. I think we're ready to draw some winners.
Oh, can't wait to see who.
Ashley Roper. Ashley Roper. Tell me who. Yes. Give
Come
us a
on
name.
down.
And Ashley, tell me who, because we're gonna do three. We have like 3 winners. We have our big grand prize winner, our secondary winner, and then our tertiary winner, which I think wins like a T-shirt and something. Ashley will tell me all of this now.
Ashley is drawing.
Sorry. Because I don't know. Yeah, she's pulling it. She's pulling it. Stand by. So Ashley, let me know like which level this is and who the winner is. Everybody dance until it happens. Dance.
All right, who you guessing? Who you guessing?
Oh yeah, Seville likes to guess. You've been pretty good too.
I don't know. I get an L. I don't know the chat. I'm not in it, but something with an L. Something with an L.
Okay. So we have winners, but we don't have their Twitch names. So now we're like, stand by.
Yeah.
She told me to hold
this. Okay. What's going on? We have the winners, but we don't. What?
The winners' names are like legit names
or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
We only know their Twitch names.
Okay.
Got it.
Okay. I'm just gonna say first. I'm gonna say your first name and your last initial. Then reach out to us and we will verify winner. So our first no, we're gonna come back to our first winner. Our third winner for the T-shirt, and I think there might be a signed cast photo, which we don't have yet, but we will hopefully soon because we're almost all vaccinated. Is Mark, last name with a K. Mark, last name with a K.
Mark K.
Marky K. K Mark.
Who are you?
Mark K.
Who are you? Mark K.
Mark.
Are you there?
Congratulations! You're gonna get a shirt and maybe a signed photo. Well, just because I'm like to make Ashley go crazy, we're also gonna send you some Skull Splitter dice. Cause Skull Splitter, you need some.
Oh yeah.
So that's on me. I'll make sure that happens. Okay.
There it is.
Okay, Ashley, I literally don't know what the second person is sending me all kinds of like, God damn it. Oh, we've actually already emailed you, so you'll be emailed to as well. So then our
Congratulations.
Yeah,
Mark.
that's awesome.
Congrats,
our
dude.
second winner.
Nice, congrats.
Which whatever that prize package is, Ashley will put in chat here. Is Donna W. Donna W.
Congratulations,
Congratulations. Yes, you're winning some prize. I mean, I'm obviously total shit.
You get something. I bet it's great.
A set of dice, a role player's T-shirt. Okay, and then our grand prize winner, the one that wins.
Now.
First of all, a hundo cash.
Money hundo.
A whole bunch of stuff from Skull Splitter, including a super wicked dice cup of a skull with horns and
that
Skull
thing
Splitter.
is awesome.
Oh, it's so cool.
Sick.
I mean, Skull Splitter send DM one. And dice and role player stuff. All of it goes to Dean G. Dean G is our grand prize winner.
Wow.
So, all of you, thank you. Congratulations. And
golf claps.
Yes, golf claps all around. Look for our emails. For the rest of you, don't despair if you did not win tonight, because we're doing more giveaways coming up. So keep checking back with us, and we'll give you stuff in the future. For now, we love you all, and we bid you farewell. We'll see you next week, everybody. I love you guys. Thanks for all the love and support.
Drink.
Thank you.
Have a nice night.
Have a good week.
Bye-bye.
It's the weekend.
The weekend.
Hallelujah.
Bye from the role players.
Dun, 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 dun.